Mia's Odyssey. Introduction. In the heart of the expansive desert of the Aria Kingdom, where golden dunes stretch toward the vast expanse of the open ocean, a palace adorned with intricate domes and towers stands majestically against a canvas of sand. The midday sun casts its warm glow upon the palace, creating an illusion of ethereal beauty amidst the arid landscape. As the gates of the palace swing open, revealing a grand courtyard adorned with vibrant flowers and graceful fountains, Princess Mia emerges into the sunlight. Draped in flowing azure robes that mirror the cloudless sky, she moves with an innate grace that befits her royal lineage. Her long, midnight purple hair cascades down her back, adorned with delicate golden accessories that shimmer in the sunlight. Mia's striking turquoise eyes, framed by long dark lashes, hold a mixture of curiosity and a hint of mischief. The golden jeweled tiara atop her head sparkles, symbolizing her regal status. Despite her royal attire, there lies an air of restlessness about Mia, a longing for adventure that sets her apart from the traditional expectations of a princess. She walks with purpose through the courtyard, acknowledging the nods and greetings from palace staff and guards. Mia's presence commands attention, not just due to her royal status, but also because of an underlying spirit that hints at a desire to break free from the constraints of palace life. In the heart of the bustling palace, Mia's chambers reflect her vibrant personality. The room, adorned with rich tapestries and golden accents, houses a collection of books, maps, and artifacts from distant lands. It serves as a testament to Mia's insatiable curiosity about the world beyond the palace walls. As the princess gazes out from her balcony, the expanse of the desert unfolds before her. Mia's heart, fueled by an adventurous spirit, yearns for the unknown. Little does she know that her longing for something beyond the horizon line will set in motion an extraordinary journey that will redefine her understanding of life, friendship, and her own destiny. Palace Market. The bustling market sprawls before Mia like a vibrant tapestry of colors and scents. Stalls laden with exotic spices, shimmering fabrics, and trinkets from distant lands beckon to her as she moves through the lively bazaar. The air is thick with the aroma of rich spices, and a symphony of merchants haggling and vendors enticing potential buyers. Mia, dressed in her royal attire, ventures into the heart of the market, her turquoise eyes wide with wonder at the kaleidoscope of offerings. The intricate patterns of her gown mirrors the vibrant scene around her, a regal presence amidst the eclectic array of goods. Amidst the lively chaos, Mia's attention draws to a commotion near a peculiar stall where an unconventional figure stands. Nerina, a fearless and spirited pirate with cascading long light blue hair done in a French-style ponytail and a smirk that hints at a life of adventure, catches Mia's eye. Clad in attire that speaks of the high seas, a maroon red leather bikini with skull patterns, a brown pirate hat, and brown pirate boots, Nerina seems out of place in the royal surroundings. Curiosity tugging at her, Mia approaches the intriguing stranger. Their eyes meet, and in that moment, the collision of two worlds resonate. Nerina, with a mischievous glint in her eyes, exudes a rawness that contrasts sharply with the refined elegance of the princess. As Mia observes, Nerina engages in a heated exchange with a merchant, attempting to sell items that seem to have a dubious origin. The merchant, a stout figure with a bushy beard, vehemently refuses to accept the stolen goods, declaring loudly for all to hear. Merchant, crossing his arms. I'm telling ya, these items ain't for sale here. They're clearly pilfered from some unsuspecting merchant. Nerina smirking. Come on, mate. A little adventure spices up the market, doesn't it? Merchant raising his voice. Spices? I sell spices, not stolen goods. Take 'em elsewhere. Caught in the unfolding drama, Mia hesitates. A moral dilemma unfolding before her. Uphold the principles of the market or intervene to help this daring stranger. Her decision, a testament to her compassionate nature, crystallizes as she steps forward. Mia approaches the merchant and, with a calm authority befitting her royal stature, speaks persuasively. Mia approaching. Excuse me, good merchant, what seems to be the issue here? Merchant. Princess Mia! This pirate is trying to sell me stolen wares, and I won't have it in my stall. Nerina grinning. Stolen is such a strong word. Let's say, acquired through unconventional means. She acknowledges the merchant's concerns but appeals to his sense of generosity and compassion, advocating for an exception in this unique circumstance. Merchant raising an eyebrow. Exception? For a pirate? What are you suggesting, princess? Mia. A chance for redemption, perhaps. Every story has different sides. Let her sell our items, and, who knows, it might bring a bit of excitement in the market. Nerina nodding. See? The princess has a sense of adventure. What harm can a few trinkets do? The merchant, swayed by Mia's eloquence and captivated by the princess's presence, reluctantly agrees. Merchant grumbling. Fine, but only this once. Begins pointing at Nerina. And tell your pirate friend to keep her adventures away from my stall. Nerina, surprised by the turn of events, offers a roguish grin and gratitude. The market resumes its lively rhythm, but an unspoken connection lingers between Mia and Nerina, a fleeting encounter that hints at the threads of destiny weaving their tales in the desert winds. Nerina pats Mia's back with an appreciative grin. Well, looks like the princess has a knack for negotiation. Thanks for stepping in, princess. How about we celebrate this little victory over a drink? My crew knows a good spot nearby. Mia nods in agreement. Why not? Let's make it an adventure. Pirate Tavern. The bustling sounds in the market are left behind as Mia and Nerina find themselves in the heart of a dimly lit tavern. The air within is thick with a blend of various scents, a mix of aged wood, smoke from the fireplace, and a distinctive aroma of spirits lingering in the air. Dimly flickering lanterns cast a warm glow over the diverse crowd that fills the space, creating an ambience that resonates with lively conversations and the occasional clink of glasses. Mia, adorned in a royal garment that seems almost out of place in this haven of pirates, adventurers, sailors, and rogues, stands by the wooden bar counter. The polished surface bears the scars of countless mugs and tankards, testament to the tales exchanged within these walls. Nerina, her companion in this unexpected escapade, leans casually against the bar, her attire a stark contrast to Mia's regal ensemble. The barman, a seasoned figure with a grizzled beard and a demeanor weathered by years at sea, eyes the duo. His gaze holds a mixture of curiosity and amusement. Nerina smirking. Welcome to the wild side, princess. What's your poison? Mia nervously. I don't usually drink, but maybe something mild? Mia's eyes scan the array of bottles lining the shelf behind the bar, each containing spirits of varying hues and origins. Nerina, with an air of familiarity in such establishments, gestures for the barman to bring them a couple of drinks. Nerina, leaning against the counter. Bartender, give the princess something mild, and for me the usual. Bartender nodding. Coming right up. Mia, hesitating for a moment before conforming to the unspoken ritual, takes a seat on one of the worn wooden stools. The barman pours a couple of shots, the liquid amber catching the light as it fills the glasses. As the drinks arrive, Mia's fingers trace the delicate patterns on the rim of her glass, her gaze momentarily lost in the flickering dance of the flames. Mia cautiously takes a sip of her drink while Nerina watches with amusement. Nerina smirking. So, what's the royal doing in a place like this? Run away from the palace? Mia blushing. Not exactly. I just need some time away, you know? Explore the world beyond the palace walls. Nerina leaning in. Well, you've certainly found a different world here. People with stories as wild as the seas. Mia smiling. It's different, but I like it. Everyone seems so free, so unburdened. Nerina, sensing a mix of curiosity and reservation in Mia, raises her glass and makes a toast. Nerina. To freedom then, princess. May your adventure be as wild as the open sea. They clink their glasses together, the resonance blending with the lively ambience of the tavern. The clinking sound marks the beginning of an unexpected camaraderie, bridging the gap between worlds defined by royalty and piracy. Their conversation unfolds against the backdrop of laughter and tales shared by fellow patrons. Mia listens intently to Nerina's stories of daring escapades and high-sea adventures, her eyes reflecting a blend of fascination and uncertainty. The contrast between the two women, one adorned in royal garments and the other bearing the marks of a life unrestrained, paints a vivid tableau in the tavern. Mia curious. Nerina, those scars and tattoos, they seem to tell stories. What do they mean to you? Nerina tracing a scar on her arm. Each one tells a tale of survival, of battles faced and conquered, and these tattoos, well, they're a roadmap of my journey on the sea. The scorpion here? Pointing to the scorpion tattoo below her belly button. It's a reminder to strike when needed, and the spiral on my back symbolizes the intricate web of life. Mia intrigued. It's like a living canvas on your experiences. Nerina nodding. Exactly, Mia. Every mark, every ink, they're a part of who I am and the life I've chosen. As Nerina continues explaining the meaning of her scars and tattoos, Mia can't help but be curious about Nerina's revealing clothing choice. Mia curious. Nerina, why do you choose to dress like this? Isn't it a bit revealing for a pirate? Nerina laughs. Well, Mia, out here on the open sea, comfort and freedom matter more than appearances. Plus, it keeps me agile in a fight, crucial when you're dancing with danger. Mia laughs. If I showed up to palace with tattoos and dressed like that, my parents would probably disown me. Nerina laughs. Well, lucky for me, I'm not bound by palace rules. Life's more fun when you're free, don't you think? Mia surprised. How'd you end up with the crew in the first place? Nerina. Would you believe when I was just 3, I boarded a pirate ship out of curiosity? The ship sailed away, leaving my family behind. The crew found me and, well, I became one of them. Mia empathetic and surprised. 3 years old, huh? That's quite a story. How'd you become the captain? Nerina proud. I earned my stripes over the years. From a curious child to a pirate captain, life's full of unexpected journeys, princess. Mia. Do any of your crew ever, try to hit on you? Nerina chuckling. Oh, plenty have tried, but my crew is family. I see them more as brothers than anything else, really. In this atmospheric haven of camaraderie and shared secrets, Mia and Nerina find an unexpected connection, a bond that transcends the boundaries of their disparate worlds. The dimly lit tavern becomes a vessel for stories, laughter, and the forging of an alliance that would set them on a course beyond the predictable confines of palace life. Nerina grabs Mia's attention over to her ship parked at the docks in the distance. Nerina pointing with a smirk. You see that ship in the distance over there? That's the Scarlet Serpent. A beauty, isn't she? Mia squinting at the ship in the distance. Oh, it's quite charming. But I must say, it's not as grand as the palace. Nerina raising an eyebrow. Not as grand, you say? Well, princess, she might not be a palace, but she's got a soul that your grand structures lack. Mia realizing her unintentional mistake. Oh, I didn't mean to offend, Nerina. I'm sure your ship has its own charm. Nerina visibly upset. Oh, she does, Mia. She's weathered storms and sailed through starlit nights, carrying dreams and stories untold. Every creak and scratch is a testament to the life she's led. This ship is more than just wood and sails to me, Mia. It's a part of who I am, the highs and lows of my life written on its planks. Mia assuring. I truly didn't mean to disrespect your ship and its importance to you. I appreciate the stories and history your ship carries, and I didn't mean to undermine its importance to you. Placing a hand on her chest. I apologize. Nerina. No worries, princess. Just be careful and choose your words before you speak them. Nerina sits back down in her seat, finishing her drink with Mia doing the same. Mia, how about we shake things up a bit? Would you like to come to the palace with me after this? It could be an interesting change for a few hours. Nerina smiles. Sure, why not? Let's see what palace life is all about. Palace visit. Mia and Nerina step out of a lively bar, the salty sea breeze hitting their faces. The sun, now setting, casts warm hues across the harbor. The atmosphere changes as they move away from the raucous sounds of the tavern. With a mischievous grin, Mia decides to introduce Nerina to a more refined side of life. They stroll through the narrow streets lined with quaint shops and colorful lanterns. Mia spots a boutique with elegant dresses displayed in the window. Mia smirking. How about we add a touch of royal flair to your wardrobe? Nerina follows Mia into the boutique, where a bell chimes softly upon entry. The air is scented with delicate perfumes, and the dresses, adorned with lace and silk, beckon. Mia selects a dress that catches her eye, a flowing gown with hues reminiscent of the ocean. She hands it to Nerina with a playful grin. Mia, try this on. You might just blend in perfectly at the palace. Nerina, intrigued, accepts the dress with a raised eyebrow. The shopkeeper provides a changing room, and soon Nerina emerges, transformed. The dress, a perfect fit, complements her figure, and the ocean-inspired colors accentuate her sun-kissed skin. Mia impressed. Not bad, Captain. Now, let's see how well you navigate the grand halls of the palace. They exit the boutique, with Mia leading Nerina through the winding streets toward the imposing palace gates. As they approach, guards in polished armor nod respectfully to Mia. Mia whispering, Remember, just follow my lead. The palace, a majestic structure with towers reaching toward the sky, comes into view. Mia guides Nerina through opulent corridors adorned with fine tapestries and sparkling chandeliers. Mia whispering, This is the throne room. My parents hold court here. Nerina mesmerized. Quite impressive, princess. Nerina, taking in the grandeur of her surroundings, follows Mia with a mix of curiosity and amusement. The palace, a stark contrast to her pirate's life, unfolds before her like a dream. As they explore, Mia showcases the palace gardens, the royal library, and even leads Nerina to the balcony in her bedroom adorned with intricate vines and flowers, overlooking the kingdom below. The evening sun casts a warm, golden glow over the landscape, creating a serene atmosphere. Mia gesturing to the view. This is one of my favorite spots in the palace. You can see the entire kingdom from here, even the market we were just at. Nerina leaning on the balcony. Quite the view you've got, princess. Your palace is quite impressive. It's grand and all, but it feels a bit confining compared to the open sea. Mia smiling. I guess the vastness of the ocean has its own charm, but there's something about the palace, the history, and the people that make it special. Nerina. Fair enough, princess. I suppose every place has its own magic. Mia looking out. You know, sometimes I dream of sailing away, experiencing the freedom you have on the sea. Mia disappears for a moment, returning with a couple of goblets and a bottle of exquisite red wine. She hands a goblet to Nerina, who eyes it with curiosity. Mia smiling. A little taste of royal hospitality. Nerina raising an eyebrow. You sure your parents won't mind? Mia grinning. They're away at the moment. Besides, although rebellion is good once in a while. Nerina smirking. I love the sound of that. They clink their goblets, savoring the rich flavor of the wine. The conversation flows easily as they share stories and laughter, the palace seeming to fade away in the background. Mia, looking at the sea of lights below. Do you miss having a place to call home, Nerina? Nerina, thoughtful. Home, huh? The sea is my home, but I can appreciate the comfort a palace like this brings. Gazing at the horizon. You know, Mia, I've always felt like my purpose was to be a pirate, to roam the seas, seek hidden treasures, and have adventures that'll carry with me forever. Mia intrigued. Adventures and treasures? I never thought much about that. I always imagined my purpose was set in stone, being a princess and all. Nerina smirking. Well, not all treasures are made of gold and jewels, and not all adventures are about sailing the seas. Sometimes they're found in unexpected places. Mia curious. Like where? Nerina pointing to the starlit sky. Up there, for example. Each star is a story waiting to be told. And down here, in the kingdom, in your palace, your world is a treasure trove of stories and experiences. Mia reflecting. I never saw it that way. Nerina leaning on the balcony. Life's full of surprises, princess. You just need to be willing to explore beyond the familiar. Mia ponders Nerina's words, realizing that her perspective on life had been limited by the confines of royal expectations. The balcony, overlooking the kingdom bathed in moonlight, becomes a place of revelation for both women. Mia smiling. You know, when I was a little girl, my mom used to read to me stories about brave explorers sailing the seas. I would dream about their adventures, imagining myself as part of those tales. Nerina nodding. Sounds like your mom knew how to spark a sense of wonder in you. Mia wistful. She did, but then responsibilities and duties took over and those childhood dreams seemed to fade away. Nerina encouraging. Dreams never truly fade, Mia. Sometimes they just wait for the right moment to resurface. It's never too late to follow your dreams. Mia feels a newfound connection with Nerina, realizing that the adventurous spirit she had as a child could still be alive within her. The shared stories and dreams on the palace balcony creates a bond that transcends the boundaries of their different worlds. Mia, looking at the sea. Nerina, I've been thinking, your life as a pirate, the freedom, the thrill, it's something I've never experienced. Nerina curious. What are you getting at, princess? Mia smiling. I want to join you, to taste the adventure of the sea and witness what it's truly like. Nerina raising an eyebrow. You, a princess, joining this pirate? Mia nodding. Yes, I want to experience the freedom of the seas, like those explorers in the stories. Nerina smirking. And what about your parents? They might be upset or worried about you. Mia pausing. I know, but I need this. I need to break free from these palace walls. I want to experience what you experience out there, Nerina. It's time for me to choose my own path, even if it's just for a little while. Nerina smirking. Well then, princess, the choice is yours. It's your life after all. I plan to set sail tomorrow morning. You're welcome to join, but if you're not there, the sea waits for no one. Mia continues to gaze silently over the balcony. Nerina pats Mia's shoulder, wishing her a good night. As Nerina begins to walk away, Mia stops her. Mia serious. Promise me something, Nerina. If I decide to join you, promise you'll bring me back home safely. Nerina nodding with a smirk. You got my word, princess. I promise to return you home in one piece. Sweet dreams. Royal dinner. Mia stands alone on the balcony, with the cool night air gently brushing against her face. The moonlit kingdom sprawls beneath her, the palace lights flickering like 1,000 fireflies in the darkness. The silence of the night is broken only by the distant sounds of the city and the occasional rustle of leaves. She rests her elbows on an ornate railing, her fingers tracing the intricate patterns carved into the stone. The weight of her decision hangs in the air, with a mixture of excitement and uncertainty dancing in her eyes. The sea, with all its mysteries, calls to her like an irresistible melody. The flickering candles in the palace's grand chandeliers cast a warm glow around her, creating a contrast to the vast expanse of the dark sky above. Lost in contemplation, she hears the distant echoes of Nerina's laughter and the tales of the sea echoing in her mind. As Mia gazes into the night, she wonders about the adventures that awaits her beyond the kingdom's borders. The sea, with its boundless horizons, seemed to promise both danger and freedom. The scent of blooming flowers wafts up from the palace gardens below, a reminder of the comfort and safety she would be leaving behind. Her heart clenches at the thought of the worry that will cloud her parents' eyes, mingled with disappointment, and perhaps even anger when they discover her absence. But like the stars scattered above, Mia feels a spark of determination within her. She yearns for the taste of the unknown, to write her own story beyond the palace walls. Mia, still standing on the balcony, feels a surge of emotions within her. The decision to embark on a pirate adventure with Nerina lingers in her heart, a daring choice that brings both excitement and worry. As the moon casts its silvery glow, she cannot help but grapple with the conflicting emotions. The queen walks up to Mia's bedroom, her footsteps heavy with concern, calling for her to join the family for dinner. The warm aroma of a delicious meal wafts through the corridors, enticing Mia to leave her thoughts behind and embrace the comfort of her home. Responding to her mother's call, Mia makes her way to the dining hall where the family is gathered. The opulent setting of the palace offers a stark contrast to the adventurous spirit that stirs within Mia. As she takes her seat at the table, the subtle sounds of cutlery clinking against fine china takes place. Queen smiling. How was your evening today, honey? Mia excitedly. Mother, father, you won't believe what happened today. I met this amazing woman at the market. Her name is Nerina, and she's a pirate. With genuine excitement, Mia animatedly shares the details of her encounter with Nerina to her parents during the dinner. Her words paint a vivid picture of the intriguing pirate she had befriended at the market. Mia describes Nerina's daring spirit, her vibrant personality, and the captivating stories she shared with her. As she speaks, Mia's parents exchange glances, their expressions transitioning from curiosity to concern. The stark contrast between the life Mia yearns for and the safety they want for their daughter becomes increasingly apparent. Her parents listen attentively, absorbing the tales of adventure and the allure of the sea. However, the unease lingers beneath the surface as they grapple with the idea of their daughter being drawn into a world of uncertainty and danger. Queen concerned. Pirate? Mia, you shouldn't be associating with criminals. Mia. No, Mom, you don't understand. She's different. She's not like the villains in those stories. She's free and adventurous. It's very inspiring, to be honest. King raising an eyebrow. A pirate, Mia? Is this some kind of joke? Mia eagerly. No, Dad, it's not a joke. She showed me a whole new world today. She's traveling the seas, having incredible adventures. I want to experience that too. Mia's parents, concerned and firm, shared their perspective on Mia's newfound fascination with the pirate life. They then began to speak openly about Mia's uncle, Fernando, who had once succumbed to the allure of piracy and the thirst for power. The scars left by Fernando's choices are evident in the pain and worry etching on their parents' faces. Queen worried. Mia, you know your uncle Fernando became a pirate and caused so much trouble. King worried. Your uncle, my brother, selfishly shamed our family name when you were a baby. They emphasized how Fernando's selfish pursuit of personal gain had led him down a treacherous path, one that they were adamant Mia should not tread. Their words carry a weight of experience and caution, urging Mia to reconsider the potential consequences of aligning herself with the unpredictable world of piracy. Tension fills the room as Mia, fueled by her desire for adventure, argues vehemently with her parents. Mia defiantly. I won't be like Uncle Fernando. I just want to explore the seas, to see what's beyond our kingdom. King firmly. Mia, we've lost Fernando to the pirate life. I won't risk losing you too. Mia, but Dad. King interrupting. That's enough. We won't be discussing this further. Go to your room, Mia. Mia teary-eyed. Fine. With a tear in her eye, Mia retreats to her room, the weight of her unfulfilled aspirations lingering heavily in the air. Mia rushes to her room, leaving a heavy silence at the dinner table, with unspoken fears and unfulfilled dreams lingering in the air. Overwhelmed with frustration and sadness, Mia rushes to the balcony. Tears stream down her face as she gazes out into the night, feeling the weight of her unfulfilled desires and her parents' disapproval. The moonlight casts a melancholic glow on her tear-stricken face, reflecting the inner turmoil she's experiencing. The kingdom below, once a place of comfort, now seems confining and restrictive. Mia's melody. In an attempt to ease her restless mind, Mia decides to sing a soft melody to herself, a song that captures the essence of her desires and fears. With a voice as tender as the night breeze, she hums a tune that resonates with the depths of her soul. In the moonlit kingdom where dreams take flight, I long for the sea under the stars so bright. A pirate's call, a whisper on the wind, adventure awaits. Where do I begin? But shadows of worry, like ghosts of the past, haunt my heart, a spell they cast. The ties that bind family and kin, how will they feel when I'm no longer within? Yet the sea calls me a siren song, untold tales where I belong, to dance with waves, to chase the wind, in a world unknown where dreams have grinned. So I sing to the night, to the stars above, an ode to courage, an anthem of love. For tomorrow awaits an uncharted sea. With Nerina, I'll sail wild and free. As her song fades into the night, Mia, still caught in the emotional crossroads, decides to retire for the night. She leaves the balcony and enters her royal chamber, adorned with silken drapes and regal furniture. The room, though opulent, feels like a cage holding the conflict and emotions of a princess torn between her royal duties and the allure of the open sea. Mia changes into her nightgown, a garment adorned with delicate lace and soft fabrics. As she lays down on the plush canopy bed, she can't shake the restlessness within her. The weight of her decision lingers in the air, mixing with the fragrant scent of flowers that fill the room. Closing her eyes, Mia tries to find solace in the rhythm of her own breath. The events of the day replays in her mind, the chance encounter with Nerina, the bar conversation, and the glimpse into a life untethered by real constraints. The promise of adventure beckons like a distant melody, enticing Mia's spirit. Despite the allure of the unknown, a sense of responsibility anchors her thoughts. Thoughts of her parents, the kingdom she is meant to rule, and the expectations that came with her title. Sleep slowly embraces Mia, and her dreams become a swirling canvas, painting with the colors of both duty and desire. Morning departure. The morning sun casts a warm glow over the kingdom as Mia, fueled by excitement, wakes up with determination. The royal chambers are filled with the soft light of dawn, and Mia can't help but feel a mix of anticipation and nervousness. She has made a decision that would alter the course of her life. As Mia approaches the balcony, the vibrant colors of the sunrise paints the sky in hues of pink and orange. The air fills with the scent of blooming flowers from the palace gardens. A gentle breeze rustles the curtains, signaling the beginning of a new day. With a quick glance at the turquoise dress she has laid out the night before, Mia's heart races. The dress complements her adventurous spirit, revealing a hint of her midriff and featuring a playful short skirt. She slips into her knee-high turquoise sandals, giving her ensemble a touch of regal flair. In front of the mirror, Mia paints her nails white, adding a subtle contrast to the turquoise of her dress. She carefully applies makeup, choosing earthy tones that match her adventurous attire. A sense of determination shines in her eyes as she prepares for the unknown journey ahead. Mia gathers a small bag with some essential toiletries and packs a small suitcase with some change of clothes, ensuring she is ready for whatever lies beyond the palace walls. Her mind buzzes with thoughts of joining Nerina and experiencing the freedom of the open sea. Rushing through the corridors of the palace, Mia cannot shake the worry that Nerina might set sail without her. The echoes of her sandals against the marble floors resonate through the grand hallways as she makes her way to the docks, fueled by a desire for adventure and a yearning to break free from the constraints of her royal life. The bustling sounds of the docks fills the air as Mia approaches Nerina's ship. Excitement and nervous energy courses through her veins, making her eager to step onto the vessel that promises a life of adventure. However, her progress is halted by a vigilant, tall, and bearded crewmate who eyes her curiously. Crewmate, raised eyebrow. Hey, what are you doing here? Mia, enthusiastic. I'm joining Nerina on her ship for a little adventure. Crewmate chuckles. Ha! A princess like you? Joining on an adventure with pirates? Now that's a tale worth telling. Mia's excitement wanes as the crewmate ridicules her aspirations, making her feel a pang of embarrassment. However, before the disappointment can fully settle in, Nerina emerges, her authoritative presence cutting through the tension. Nerina, ease up, mate. Mia has my permission. She's joining us for a bit of adventure. The crewmate grumbles to himself and steps aside, allowing Mia to board. As Nerina and Mia exchange a glance, the ship prepares to set sail, carrying with it an unlikely duo in the promise of uncharted waters. Nerina teasing grin. Look at you, all beautiful and clean. You're going to stand out among my dirty crewmates. Mia chuckling. Well, a princess has to maintain some standards, even on a pirate ship. Nerina playful. Just don't turn to a spoiled brat or anything, alright? Mia smiling. I may be a princess, but I have a strong sense of adventure. I'm here to experience the sea and whatever it throws at us. The ship sets sail with the rhythmic creaking of the mast and the fluttering of the sails. The ocean breeze carries a salty scent, and the gentle rocking of the vessel hinting at the vast expanse of the sea beneath. Mia, standing at the ship's railing, feels a mix of excitement and trepidation as the shoreline gradually fades from view. However, as the ship ventures further into the open sea, Mia's initial enthusiasm begins to wane. The undulating motion of the waves play havoc with her equilibrium, and the rhythmic rocking triggers a feeling of unease deep within her stomach. Nervously, she clutches the railing, her eyes scan the horizon in an attempt to regain her bearings. Nerina grinning. Looks like the sea is introducing itself to you in its own way, princess. Don't worry. You'll get your sea legs soon enough. Mia nodding. Yeah, I guess I'm not as accustomed to this as you are. Mia, unable to contain her seasickness any longer, rushes to the ship's side and leans over the railing, retching as the contents of her stomach find their way into the churning ocean below. Nerina, with a sympathetic smile, approaches Mia, patting her back gently. Nerina assuring, Don't worry, it happens to the best of us in our first time at sea. Between heaves, Mia, her face lacking color, manages a weak smile, appreciating Nerina's reassurance. After a few moments, the bout of nausea subsides, leaving Mia feeling drained but relieved. She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, grateful for the support. Nerina offers Mia a water flask. Nerina, here, stay hydrated. You'll get used to it soon enough, princess. Taking a sip, Mia nods, determined to overcome this initial challenge and embrace the adventure that awaits her on the open seas. As the ship sails onward, Mia settles into a newfound resilience, ready to face the trials and wonders that lie ahead on the horizon. Scarlet Serpent Tour. Nerina guides Mia through the intricacies of the ship, showcasing each area with pride. They traverse the sturdy deck where crewmates man the sails and steer the ship, and then descend into the lower levels, exploring the heart of the vessel. Passing through narrow corridors, they reach the sleeping quarters adorned with hammocks swaying gently with the ship's movements. The crewmates acknowledge their presence with nods and friendly smiles as they continue their various tasks. Nerina pointing. This is where we rest. It may not be like we're used to, but hey, better than nothing. Each crew member has their own spot. You can pick an empty one for yourself. The crewmates, momentarily pausing in their tasks, Steele glances at Mia as she moves through the ship. Whispers and hushed remarks circulate among them, acknowledging the unexpected presence of this newcomer with admiration. The allure of Mia's beauty and grace captured her attention, adding an unexpected but welcome dynamic to their seafaring routine. Mia, navigating the ship with Nerina, feels a mix of curiosity and discomfort at the attention. She is unused to being a center of scrutiny, especially in the confined quarters of the ship. Despite the crewmates' subtle admiration, Mia remains focused on absorbing the details of her newfound surroundings. Nerina grinned. You're turning heads, Mia. It's not every day we have a princess on board. Mia smiles. I usually don't get this much attention back home. Well, except for my birthdays, that is. Are there any female crew on the ship by chance? Nerina smirked. Nope, I'm the only one. Mia surprised. You're the only woman on this whole ship? Nerina smirked. Yep, the boys seem to manage just fine with their fearless pirate queen. Nerina and Mia walk into the ship's dining room, a cozy space with a large wooden table. The crewmates nod in acknowledgement as they enter. Nerina grabs a watermelon from a barrel and expertly slices it open with a dagger. Nerina puts the watermelon slices on a big bowl and places it at the center of the table. As they begin to indulge in the juicy fruit, Nerina casually asks Mia about something running through her mind. Nerina. So, Mia, do you have any siblings back in your kingdom? Mia shaking head. Nope, I'm an only child. It's just me and my parents rule in the palace. Nerina leaning back in her chair. Must be nice having all the attention to yourself. Mia nostalgic smile. I always wished for a sister, you know? Someone to play dolls with, do each other's hair, even someone I can share secrets with, and someone to confide in during lonely nights. What about you, Nerina? Have you always wanted a sister? Nerina smiling. Yeah, I guess. But I've got my crewmates. They're like brothers to me. We've been through thick and thin together. They've got my back and I have theirs. Mia nodding. That's wonderful. It's great to have a close-knit crew like that. Nerina chuckles. Oh, they're a rowdy bunch. But I wouldn't trade them for anything. We've created our own kind of family out here on the seas. Mia smiling. Family comes in all forms, doesn't it? Nerina. Absolutely. Sometimes the bonds you forge with your crew can be just as strong as any family ties. As they indulge in the sweetness of the watermelon, Mia finds herself opening up to Nerina in a way she hadn't expected. The simple act of sharing fruit becomes a symbol of their bond forged amidst the vast expanse of the sea. With each slice they savor, the walls between them begin to crumble, paving the way for deeper understanding and trust. Lively pirate dinner. As the crew sits down for the evening meal, the aroma of lobster and mashed potatoes wafts through the air, creating a mouth-watering atmosphere. The dining table, illuminated by the soft glow of lanterns, becomes a communal space where camaraderie flourishes. Mia, seated among the crewmates, delicately indulges in her meal, savoring each bite of the succulent lobster and the creamy mashed potatoes. She glances around, taking in the diverse faces of the crew, each with their own tales etched in the lines of their expressions. Feeling a bit reserved in this unfamiliar setting, Mia looks to Nerina, who sits beside her. With a warm smile, Nerina encourages conversation, making an effort to bridge the gap between Mia and the crew. Mia, appreciating the gesture, starts engaging in small talk, learning about the crewmates' experiences, stories, and the adventures that brought them together on this seaworthy journey. Nerina. So what do you think of our dinner, Mia? Mia. It's delicious. I never had lobster like this back at the palace. Nerina smiles. Glad you're enjoying it, princess. Our cook knows his way around the kitchen. Mia nodding. Do you all eat like this every day? Nerina laughs. Well, we don't always have lobsters, but we make sure to have a decent meal. Keeps everyone in good spirits. Mia looking around. It's quite different from the royal dining hall, but I like it. Nerina grinning. We aim for a different kind of royal treatment here, just with a touch of salt in the air. The clinking of cutlery, laughter, and the rhythmic swaying of the ship create a harmonious ambience, turning the dining table into a space where strangers become companions, and the vastness of the sea outside is momentarily forgotten in the warmth of shared stories and a hearty meal. As the crewmates become more intrigued by Mia's presence, some can't resist the temptation to touch and play with her long, braided hair. Crewmate 1 whispering, "Look at that hair, mate! It's like spun gold!" Crewmate 2 grinning, "I never seen such shiny locks." Crewmate 3 reaching out to touch Mia's hair. "Her hair's like silk, so soft and smooth." Mia maintains a polite smile despite the uneasiness, a silent plea for boundaries left unspoken. The crewmates, caught up in their curiosity, continue their actions. Nerina, noticing Mia's discomfort, takes charge of the situation. She raises her voice, commanding her crew to respect Mia's personal space. Nerina looking at her crew. "Hey, hands off, lads. Give the lady some space. Mia's not here to be your entertainment. Treat her with respect, alright?" Crewmate 2 apologetic. "Apologies, Captain. We were just curious." The crewmates, acknowledging their captain's words, withdraw their hands, understanding the importance of boundaries. Nerina looking at Mia. "Sorry about their behavior, Mia. They're just a bit too fascinated with the royal touch." Mia grateful. "It's okay. I appreciate the help." Nerina nodding. "We're a rowdy bunch, but we respect boundaries and look out for each other. Just let us know if something bothers you." Mia smiling. "I will. Thanks for understanding, Nerina." Mia appreciates Nerina's intervention and a sense of relief washes over her. With Nerina's firm guidance, the crew learns to treat Mia with the respect she deserves, fostering an atmosphere of understanding and camaraderie among the diverse group on the ship. Mia's regret. As the last bites of lobster disappear from Mia's plate, she excuses herself from the lively dining table. Thanking Nerina for the meal, she steps out onto the ship's deck, greeted by the gentle caress of the evening breeze. The sky paints in hues of orange and pink as the sun slowly descends, casting a warm glow over the vast ocean. Leaning on the ship's railing, Mia gazes into the horizon, her expression thoughtful. The excitement that filled her when she first boarded now mingles with a twinge of regret. She wonders about the palace she left behind and how her parents must be feeling right now. Nerina, after finishing her meal, joins her on the side of the ship. The sounds of the crew enjoying their evening meal fade as the two women stand in companionable silence. The salty breeze tussles their hair as they share a moment, watching the sun dip below the waves. Nerina leaning on the railing. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Pauses and notices Mia's contemplative look. "You alright, princess?" Mia turning her head to Nerina. "Do you ever regret what you did as a child, born in that pirate ship?" Nerina reminiscing. "Not for a second. It led me to this life, the sea, and these adventures. Wouldn't change a thing." Mia regretful. "I can't help but feel worried about my parents right now." Teary-eyed. I'm worried my parents might be upset with me for leaving without notice." As the reality of her decision settles in, Mia feels a wave of regret washing over her. Tears trace paths down her cheeks, reflecting the conflicted emotions within. The sunset, once a beautiful backdrop, now witnesses a moment of vulnerability as Mia grapples with the consequences of her unconventional choice. Nerina, sensing Mia's distress, offers comfort by rubbing her back and gently wiping away the tear. Nerina comforting. "Everything will be okay, Mia. They might be worried, but sometimes you have to follow your own course. Your parents will understand. Just give us some time." As the crewmates continue their laughter and camaraderie, Nerina, sensing Mia's need for a distraction, proposes a visit to the captain's quarters for some shots of rum. Nerina smirking. "How about we change the scenery and head to my quarters for some shots of rum?" Mia smiling. "That would be nice. Thank you, Nerina." Nerina leads the way through the bustling deck, navigating with ease among her crew. They reach the door marked with a skull and crossed swords, the symbol of the captain's domain. Captain's quarters. Entering the quarters, Mia is met with an eclectic mix of pirate paraphernalia, maps, trinkets, and a hint of sea salt in the air. Nerina heads to a small wooden cabinet and produces a bottle of rum and 2 shot glasses. They clink their glasses, the rich aroma of rum filling the room. Mia takes a sip, the fiery liquid warming her from the inside. The taste is strong and unfamiliar, yet oddly exhilarating. Nerina smirking. What do you think of the rum? Something different, huh? Mia smiling. Very different. My family usually drinks wine. This is a new experience for me. Nerina, leaning against the table. So, princess, tell me, what's the most exciting thing you've ever done back in that palace of yours? Mia reflecting. Well, I once sneaked into the royal gardens at night just to stargaze. It felt rebellious, but nothing like this. Nerina grinning. Stargazing is cute, but you're in for a different kind of rebellion out here. Mia smiling. What is that you love the most about being a pirate? Nerina thoughtfully. What I love is the freedom, Mia. Out here, every day is an adventure. There's no throne, no rules to tie you down, just a vast expanse of the sea waiting for us to explore. Leaning back. And the best part? Being free to be yourself. No expectations, no judgments, just living on the edge of the world. Mia nodding. Wow, sounds impressive, Nerina. What's the worst part? Nerina sighing. Dealing with the occasional annoyance being Fernando and his crew. They have a knack for showing up at the most inconvenient times. Mia, surprised. Fernando? I think you're referring to my uncle. Nerina almost chokes on her rum when Mia dropped the bombshell. Nerina in disbelief. Your uncle? The notorious one? Mia nodding. The very same. When I was just a baby, he decided to take a different path, shaming our family name and becoming a power-hungry pirate in the process. That's why my parents didn't want me to go out to sea. Nerina raising an eyebrow. And now you're out here, sailing the seas with pirates? Mia. I've always wanted to explore the seas, like in those stories my mom used to read to me. Plus, I thought maybe I could try to meet my uncle for the first time in years. Nerina firmly. Mia, you should know that Fernando is a ruthless man. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. The search for that red jewel has made him more dangerous than ever. Mia raises eyebrows. Wait, red jewel? Nerina. Yes, he's been on a hunt for it for years. It's said to be the most powerful object in the world, which grants whoever gets their hands on it unlimited power. No one knows where the jewel is hidden, and he's been relentless in his pursuit of it. Be cautious, Mia. If we ever encounter him, it won't be easy. His cruelties know no bounds. Mia, seated in the dimly lit captain's quarters, contemplates the weight of Nerina's revelations. The soft glow of the lantern flickers, casting dancing shadows across the room. Mia runs her fingers through her braid, a nervous habit when deep in thought. She thinks about her family, her parents, and the worry that is gnawing at them back in their kingdom. The contrast between the royal life she was born into and the unpredictable adventure she embarks upon gnaws at her, much like the ship's gentle rocking. The mention of the red jewel, a source of power sought by her uncle, Fernando, adds a layer of mystery to the journey. Mia envisions the dangerous pursuits, ruthless encounters, and a looming threat that accompanies the quest for such a potent artifact. Nerina's warning about Fernando being a ruthless man echoes in her mind. Despite the uncertainty and potential peril, there's an undeniable spark of curiosity within Mia. The allure of the unknown, the chance to confront her estranged uncle, and a desire for an adventure akin to the tales her mother reads to her all fuel her inner conflict. As the ship sails through the night, Mia sits in the captain's quarters, grappling with her emotions, the shadows of doubt, and the flickering flame of curiosity that continues to burn within her. The gentle hum of the ship's movements lulls her into a contemplative state, unsure of what lies ahead in the uncharted waters of her journey. Morning training. The first rays of dawn gently filter through the small porthole, casting a soft glow on the interior of the ship. Mia stirs in her hammock, the rhythmic creaking of the ship's hull providing a lullaby that eases her into consciousness. With a stretch and a yawn, she rises, feeling the slight sway of the ship beneath her. As Mia ascends the narrow stairs leading to the deck, the brisk sea air greets her, clearing the remnants of sleep from her mind. The deck is already alive with activity as crewmates prepare for the day's tasks. Mia scans the scene until her eyes lock onto Nerina, who stands near the ship's railing, holding her distinctive sword. Nerina's silhouette against the morning light exudes a sense of purpose and readiness. The pirate captain, with her commanding presence, acknowledges Mia's approach with a nod. The gleaming sword in her hand reflects the determination that has guided her through countless adventures on the open sea. Nerina smirking. "Morning, sleepyhead. Ready to learn the ways of sword combat?" Mia, still inquisitive and somewhat uncertain, joins Nerina on the deck. The sun continues its ascent, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. The ship's crew members, observing the unfolding scene, pause momentarily to witness the unexpected collaboration between the young desert princess and the seasoned pirate captain. Nerina, with a glint of excitement in her eyes, throws a training sword at Mia for her to catch and then begins to explain the basics of sword fighting. She demonstrates the proper stance, the fluidity of movement, and the art of parrying and striking. Mia, nervously gripping the hilt. "I've never done anything like this before. What if I'm not cut out for it?" Nerina smirking. "Everyone starts somewhere. Don't worry, we'll take it slow. First, find your stance. Like this." Nerina gracefully assumes the defensive position, her sword poised for action. Nerina. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Good. Now, hold the sword with both hands and keep your eyes on me. Mia mimics Nerina's stance, trying to mirror her movements. Mia. Like this? Nerina nodding. That's it. Now, let's practice some basic moves. Try striking me, but don't worry. I won't let you hurt me. The rhythmic clashing of blades fills the air as Nerina and Mia engage in a training session, the ship's deck becoming an impromptu dojo for the unlikely duo. Mia tentatively swings the sword with Nerina effortlessly deflecting the blow. Nerina. Good attempt. Now, let's work on your footwork. Move with purpose and keep your balance. As the training continues, Nerina gracefully moves around the deck, demonstrating agile footwork and swift swordplay. She effortlessly dodges Mia's attempts and counters with precision. Nerina smirking. Speed and agility are crucial in sword fighting. Watch closely. Nerina performs a series of intricate maneuvers, showcasing her ability to seamlessly transition between offensive and defensive postures. Mia observes, absorbing the fluidity of Nerina's movements. Mia intrigued. How do you move so effortlessly? Nerina. It's all about anticipating your opponent's actions and reacting swiftly. Here, try this sequence. Nerina guides Mia through a set of coordinated movements, encouraging her to incorporate agility into her swordplay. Mia concentrating. Like this? Nerina. Exactly. Now, let's practice with a bit more intensity. Don't worry, I'll still go easy on you. Mia and Nerina, amidst a clash of swords, find moments of laughter and camaraderie. Their initial serious training transforms into a dynamic exchange of techniques, accompanied by shared smiles and occasional jests. Mia laughing. I never thought sword playing could be this fun. Nerina grinning. Well, it's not always about stern faces and serious battles. We can make it enjoyable as well. They engage in a playful exchange, occasionally breaking into laughter as they discover the nuances of each other's fighting styles. The deck becomes a canvas for their newfound friendship, blending the structured discipline of training with the joy of shared moments. Nerina smirking. Your swordplay is improving, princess. Maybe there's hope for you yet. Mia, mockingly offended. Hey, I'm not as helpless as I look. Their banter continues, weaving a sense of camaraderie into the fabric of their training. The crewmates observe, their initial skepticism transforming into silent appreciation for the unexpected bond forming between the princess and the pirate captain. After their intense training session, Mia and Nerina find a quiet spot on the ship's deck to catch their breath, the echoes of their swords clash fading into the background. Nerina smirking. You're not half bad with that sword, princess. Mia catching her breath. Thanks, Captain. You're a tough teacher, you know. Nerina looking out to sea. Well, a princess should know how to defend herself, especially on the open ocean. Mia, feeling a sense of accomplishment, leans against the ship's railing. The salty breeze tussles her hair as she looks out at the vast expanse of the sea. Mia thoughtfully. I never thought I'd be doing this, training with a pirate on the high seas. Nerina laughs. Life's full of surprises, Mia. You've got the spirit. But remember, mastering the sword takes time. Mia smiling. I appreciate your guidance, Nerina. It means a lot. It's more fun than I imagined. The morning sun, now fully illuminating the scene, cast a warm light on the aftermath of their training session. The ship's crew watched with a mixture of amusement and curiosity. The clashing of swords created a unique symphony, marking the beginning of an unexpected partnership between the princess and the pirate captain. Island arrival. The crewmate stationed at the crow's nest scans the horizon, his eyes sharp against the vastness of the sea. Suddenly, he spots a silhouette in the distance, rising from the water like a dormant giant. Excitement courses through him as he calls down to alert the crew. Crewmate. Hey, Captain, we've got an island in sight. Nerina smirking. Well, looks like our next adventure awaits. Let's see what this island has in store for us. Mia eagerly. What kind of treasures do you usually find, Captain? Nerina. Mia, you're in for a treat. Islands hide secrets, treasures, and sometimes a bit of trouble. But that's what makes it exciting. Ready to explore? Mia, eager smile. Absolutely. I'm ready for whatever this island has in store for us. Let's explore it, Captain Nerina. Nerina, Mia, and the rest of the crew gather at the ship's railings to catch a glimpse of the approaching island. The excitement and anticipation fills the air as they prepare to explore the new territory. The ship glides through the shimmering waters, drawing closer to the mysterious island that beckons on the horizon. As they approach, the crew brace themselves, their eyes fixed on the emerging details of the landmass. The island reveals itself, adorned with lush greenery and vibrant foliage that dances in a gentle sea breeze. The white sandy shoreline gracefully kisses the edges of the crystal clear waters, inviting the crew to step onto the untouched beauty that awaits. As the ship nears the wooden pier, the crew starts bustling with anticipation. Ropes are secured, sails are furled, and the ship gently comes to rest against the wooden post of the pier. The crewmates prepare to disembark, eager to explore the secrets concealed within the heart of the island. Mia and Nerina step off the ship onto the weathered wooden dock, the rhythmic creaking beneath their feet echoing the anticipation in the air. Nerina issues firm orders to her crew, instructing them to remain vigilant and keep a watchful eye on the ship. The island's air laces with a scent of unfamiliar flora, a mixture of sweet and earthy fragrances that tickles the senses. The distant sound of rustling leaves and the occasional exotic bird's call permeate the atmosphere, adding an air of mystery to the unexplored surroundings. Mia and Nerina exchange glances, their expressions a blend of excitement and determination. The sandy path stretches before them, leading into the heart of the island's verdant interior. Nerina whispering, Alright, Mia, we need to be cautious on this island. We don't know what lies ahead. Stay close and keep an eye out for anything unusual. Mia whispering, Got it, Nerina. What do you think we'll find here? Nerina, hard to say, but if there's a chance of treasure or danger, we'll encounter it. Just stay sharp and follow my lead. Mia determined. Yes, Captain. As they venture further into the lush landscape, the dialogue continues, reflecting the unfolding mysteries and challenges that await them on the island. The dense foliage surrounds Mia and Nerina as they venture deeper into the mysterious island. The air is thick with the scent of unfamiliar flora, and the sounds of exotic creatures echo through the trees. Mia's eyes widen with curiosity and a hint of trepidation as she takes in the exotic surroundings. Mia, this place is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's beautiful, but also a bit unsettling. As they walk, Mia suddenly freezes, her gaze fixated on the ground. She points toward a group of centipedes and spiders crawling through the foliage. Mia startled. Eek! Nerina, do you see these giant centipedes and spiders? They're everywhere. Nerina smirking. Oh, those critters? Don't worry, Mia. They're harmless. Just watch your step and keep moving. We don't want to get caught up in their business. Stay close and we'll navigate through it together. Mia nods as she cautiously follows Nerina, eyeing the creepy crawlies with a mix of fascination and discomfort. She summons her courage as they dive deeper into the heart of the mysterious island, ready for whatever challenges may come their way. The jungle around them is dense and teeming with life, creating an atmosphere of both wonder and potential danger. As they press on, the sounds of the jungle intensify with mysterious calls of birds and rustling leaves. The island presents an exotic and unknown landscape, each step revealing new flora and fauna that adds to the intrigue. With Nerina leading the way, they continue their exploration, navigating the jungle's twists and turns, each step unveiling the secrets of the enigmatic island. Cave exploration. The dense foliage gives way to an opposing cavern entrance, hidden beneath the looming canopy of the mysterious island. The air around the entrance seems charged with an inexplicable energy. As Mia and Nerina approach, the darkness within beckons them, promising secrets and untold wonders. Nerina smirking. Looks like we found something interesting, Mia. Keep close, and let's see where this leads. Mia's eyes begin to widen with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The entrance looms before them like the gateway to another world. They venture into the cavern, the cool air enveloping them as they begin diving deeper into the unknown. The cavern's walls are adorned with luminescent fungi, casting an ethereal glow that illuminates their path. The echoes of their footsteps reverberate through the underground chambers, creating an eerie but enchanting ambience. Mia curious. This place is so mysterious. I wonder what secrets it holds. Nerina looking around. Every island has its mysteries, Mia. We might just stumble upon something extraordinary. As they continue, the cavern's twists and turns heighten the sense of anticipation. The air seems to hum with an ancient energy, and the shadows play tricks on their senses. What awaits them in the depths of the cavern remains a mystery, urging them to press on. Nerina deftly grabs a torch from the cavern's entrance, its flames dancing eagerly, casting long, flickering shadows on the cavern walls. With newfound illumination, they press forward into the unknown, the torchlight revealing intricate carvings on the cavern walls and a myriad of sparkling minerals embedded in the rock. Mia looking around. These carvings look ancient, like they tell a story. Nerina. Indeed, Mia. Many places hold tales of the past. Let's tread carefully. This could be a place of great significance. As they venture deeper, the cavern opens into a vast chamber adorned with towering stalactites and stalagmites. The torch's glow struggles to penetrate the darkness that envelops the cavern's depths. The air is thick with an otherworldly silence, broken only by the echo of their footsteps. Mia notices strange markings on the cavern floor, forming patterns that seem to converge toward the center of the chamber. It is as if the very stone beneath them holds a secret design waiting to be unraveled. Mia intrigued. Nerina, look at these markings. Do you think they mean something? Nerina kneels down and examines the intricate symbols etched into the cavern floor, her eyes narrowing with curiosity. Nerina examining. It could be a map or some kind of guide. We might be on the right path. With torch in hand and their eyes fixed on the enigmatic markings, Mia and Nerina press forward, drawn deeper into the heart of the cavern, their adventure unfolding in the quiet embrace of the underground realm. The green glow permeates the cavern, drawing Mia and Nerina toward its source like moths to a flame. As they enter a vast chamber, the luminosity intensifies, revealing an ethereal display of colors that paint the walls in hues of jade and emerald. At the center of the room stands an ancient pedestal, upon which rests a magnificent turquoise staff. Its shaft bears intricate carvings, and the pinnacle holds a mesmerizing green blaze that seems to pulse with a life of its own. The air shimmers around the staff, creating an almost mystical ambience within the chamber. Mia's eyes widen with fascination as she beholds the mesmerizing weapon, its glow pulsating in a rhythmic dance. The staff emanates an energy that seems to resonate with the very essence of the cavern. Nerina, too, regards the staff with a sense of reverence, her sharp eyes assessing its craftsmanship. Nerina mesmerized. This isn't any ordinary staff. There's something extraordinary about it. Mia cautiously approaches the staff, drawn to its captivating aura. She extends her hand, feeling a tingling sensation as she makes contact with the polished surface. Mia, eyes widening. It's like it's calling to me. Nerina observes Mia's interaction with the staff, a thoughtful expression crossing her face. Nerina, it might be significant. Ancient artifacts like this often hold great power or secrets. As Mia gingerly grasps the turquoise staff, a surge of energy courses through her, resonating with a connection that transcends the physical. The green blade of the staff's apex flickers, as if acknowledging Mia's touch. The cavern seems to respond to the newfound presence of the staff, its echoes murmuring tales untold. As Mia and Nerina retrace her steps through the cavern, Mia can't help but be captivated by the sheer beauty of the turquoise staff she now holds in her hands. The glow from the green blade casts an enchanting light on the rocky walls, creating an otherworldly ambience around them. Mia marvels at the intricate details of the staff, the smooth, polished surface of the turquoise material, the fine craftsmanship that adorns it, and the mysterious glow that seems to emanate from within. It feels like more than just a weapon. It resonates within a deeper connection, as if Mia has unearthed a piece of history entwining with her own destiny. Noticing Mia's entrancement, Nerina offers a knowing smile. Nerina, smirking. It seems you found something truly extraordinary, Mia. That staff might hold secrets beyond our understanding. Mia nods, a mixture of awe and excitement lighting up her eyes. Mia mesmerized. I've never seen anything like it. It's special. I don't know how to explain it. Mia continues to marvel at its radiance, a newfound sense of purpose kindling within her. Little does she know, the turquoise staff holds the potential to shape the course of their journey in ways yet to be revealed. Tribe Confrontation. As Mia and Nerina emerge from the mystical cavern, the luminous green glow of the staff still resonating, they find themselves encircled by wary islanders. These inhabitants, protective of their sacred grounds, regard outsiders with skepticism. The atmosphere crackles with tension as the islanders, donned in tribal attire, question the duo about their presence. Islander. What business do you outsiders have in our sacred caverns? Nerina steps forward, displaying an air of confidence as she addresses the islanders. Nerina assuring, We're explorers, seeking only to unravel the mysteries of this island. We come in peace and mean no disrespect. However, the islanders remain unconvinced, eyeing the staff in Mia's hands with a mix of curiosity and suspicion. The situation escalates when Zane, the chief of the island, steps forward, his presence commanding attention. Zane. Words alone won't prove your intentions. Our island does not welcome strangers lightly. If you seek passage, you must prove your worth. Mia tightens her grip on the staff, realizing the gravity of the situation. Zane, a clean-shaven, formidable figure with tribal markings adorning his muscular body with an eye tattoo on his forehead, issues a direct challenge to Mia. Zane, if you claim that stuff, you must prove yourself. Face me in combat, and only if you're deemed worthy, you may carry what lies in your hands. If you lose this battle, not only will you forfeit the staff, but both you and your companion will face the consequences of execution. Our island does not take such matters lightly. Mia feels the weight of Zane's words press heavily upon her shoulders, sinking into the very core of her being. The threat of execution looms like a shadow, casting a pall over the vibrant surroundings of the island. Trembling, she clenches her fist, determined to face the challenge with unwavering resolve. Nerina, sensing Mia's internal struggle, offers a supportive nod, silently urging her to summon the courage needed for the impending duel. The islanders' stern gazes bear down on Mia, their expectations evident. She steels herself, understanding that the outcome of this fight would not only decide her fate, but also reflect on Nerina. Mia and Nerina, their hands bound together, ascend the ancient pyramid under the watchful eyes of the islanders. The rhythmic beat of ceremonial drums echo through the air, setting an ominous tone for the impending trial. Zane leads the way with a stoic expression, his tribal tattoo seeming to come alive in the flickering light of torches. The ascent feels like a journey into the heart of a forgotten ritual, and the weight of the staff, now clutched firmly by Zane, symbolizes the gravity of the challenge ahead. Mia steals a glance at Nerina, their eyes communicating a silent pact to face whoever lies at the summit together. As they reach the pinnacle, the atmosphere charges with anticipation, and Mia braces herself for the imminent trial that will determine their fate on this mysterious island. The Duel of Fate. The ceremonial tension hangs in the air as Zane and Mia face each other atop the ancient pyramid. The islanders form a circle, creating an arena, with their watchful eyes focusing on the impending confrontation. Nerina, kneeling nearby with bound hands, can only observe the unfolding spectacle. In a solemn gesture, Zane presents Mia with a turquoise staff, its glowing green blade casting an ethereal hue. The weight of the staff feels significant in Mia's hands as she grips it, her eyes locking onto Zane, who unsheathes his unique sword, a weapon that bears the marks of a chief seasoned in battles. The clash of tradition and the promise of a newcomer's fate echoes through the stone structure. Mia, staff in hand, stands ready, a mix of determination and apprehension in her eyes. Zane, the seasoned islander chief, adopts a defensive stance, his sword glinting in the sunlight. The islanders hold their collective breath, awaiting the first move that will determine the destiny of the two intertwined lives. The pyramid, witness to countless rituals, stands as a silent spectator to this crucial moment in time. As the clash of blades persists, Zane's seasoned skills begin to take a toll on Mia. A swift, well-timed strike finds its mark, leaving a cut on her side. The sting of pain ignites a determination in Mia's eyes, a fire that fuels her resolve rather than dampening her spirits. Blood marks her side, a symbol of the struggle and sacrifice inherent in this trial. The islanders observe, their expressions a mix of anticipation and stoic judgment. Nerina, bound and kneeling, sends silent encouragement to her friend, her eyes reflecting a shared determination to overcome the challenge. Despite the setback, Mia presses on, her movements guided by a newfound strength. The turquoise staff becomes an extension of her will, dancing through the air as she counters Zane's attacks. The rhythm of the battle intensifies, each clash resonating with the echoes of the pyramid. Zane, recognizing Mia's resilience, adapts his strategy. The fight becomes a dance of skill and determination, with each participant pushing their limits. The islanders, once stoic, find themselves drawn into the unfolding drama, witnessing a contest that transcends the boundaries of tradition and expectation. As the confrontation reaches its zenith, the turquoise staff, bathing in an ethereal green glow, begins to reveal its mystical capabilities. Mia, feeling an inexplicable surge of energy, finds herself moving with newfound agility. The staff responds to her every command, enhancing her movements and transforming the clash into a mesmerizing display of acrobatics. With each swing and parry, Mia effortlessly executes flips and spins, defying gravity with an otherworldly grace. The islanders, initially skeptical, now watch in awe as Mia's once ordinary staff unleashes its latent powers. Zane, momentarily caught off guard by this unexpected turn, adjusts his stance to face the unpredictable whirlwind that Mia has become. Nerina, still bound but fervently cheering her friend on, marvels at the enchanting dance unfolding before her. The staff's glow intensifies, leaving streaks of emerald light in the air as Mia seamlessly incorporates the newfound agility into her fighting style. The tide of the battle seems to shift, as if the very essence of the island responds to Mia's determination, granting her a mystical edge in the duel. With a swift and calculated series of movements, Mia's agile prowess and the empowered staff allows her to gain the upper hand in the duel. Zane, once the imposing chief challenging her, finds himself subdued on the ground with Mia's foot firmly planted on his chest. The radiant blade of the turquoise staff hovers dangerously close to his throat, signaling the end of the intense confrontation. The islanders, witnessing this unexpected turn of events, look on in silence. The tension that has filled the air moments ago now yields to a palpable stillness. Mia, her breath steady and eyes focused, has proven her worthiness in the eyes of the islanders. Nerina, bound but filled with pride for her friend, shares a triumphant smile with Mia. The staff, now a symbol of victory, pulses with a gentle glow, as if acknowledging Mia's mastery over its mystical capabilities. The islanders, though initially wary, begin to nod approvingly, accepting Mia's victory and acknowledging her as a formidable force. Zane, looking up at Mia with respect despite his defeat, begins to speak. Zane, you are not like other outsiders. Your skill with the staff, it is quite impressive. Mia, still catching her breath, responds with gratitude and extends her hand to get Zane up. Zane grinned. The staff has chosen you. It is a sacred relic with great power. Use it wisely. Nerina, now standing as her bonds are loosened, adds with a smirk. Nerina smirking. Looks like we've earned some respect around here. Mia, bowing down. Thank you, Chief Zane, for your kindness and understanding. Curious. We're actually on a quest to find a powerful red jewel. Do you happen to know anything about it? Zane. Ah, the red jewel. Yes, I know of its location. It's said to be in the treacherous Southlands, a place not many would venture. Nerina intrigued. The Southlands? Zane nodding. Indeed. But if you seek the red jewel, I must help guide to both of you. I've heard tales and know the path through the dangers. Mia. That would be incredibly helpful. We will be grateful for your guidance, Chief Zane. Zane. Very well. I shall join you on your quest. Together we'll navigate the perils of the Southlands in pursuit of the red jewel. Nerina smirking. Looks like we've got ourselves a guide. As Mia, Nerina, and Zane make their way back to the ship, the atmosphere fills with a mix of relief and anticipation. The Islanders watch them with curious eyes, acknowledging Zane's decision to join the two outsiders on their quest. The tropical breeze rustles the leaves, with the distant sound of waves crashing against the shore accompanying their steps. Mia, still holding the turquoise staff with newfound respect, exchanges glances with Nerina. There's a shared understanding that their journey has taken an unexpected turn with Zane's involvement. Nerina grins, displaying a mix of excitement and readiness for the challenges ahead. Zane walks with a composed demeanor, his sword hanging by his side. The Islanders maintain a respectful distance, allowing the trio to pass without interference. The air is thick with the scent of exotic flowers and the salty sea breeze. Upon reaching the ship, Nerina signals to her crewmates to prepare for departure. The crew, noticing Zane's presence, adjusts to the new dynamics with a mixture of curiosity and respect. Mia, Nerina, and Zane step on board, and the ship begins to set sail once more. Zane, standing at the helm of the ship, takes a deep breath and begins a mystical ritual. His hands move gracefully through the air as if conducting an invisible orchestra. Green smoke begins to emanate from his fingertips, swirling and coalescing into a mesmerizing display. The smoke forms intricate patterns in the air, gradually shaping a detailed map of the world. Islands, oceans, and coastlines materialize with ethereal precision. The crewmates watch in awe as the map becomes a living representation of their surroundings. Zane's ritual seems to connect with the very essence of the sea, and soon a glowing marker appears on the map, pinpointing their exact location. It functions like a magical GPS, guiding them through the vast expanses of the ocean. Once the map is complete, Zane instructs a crewmate to adjust the ship's course southward. Zane, commanding tone. Set our course to the south. There, we will find the Southlands. It should take us a few days or more to get there. The crew, now aware of their destination to the Southlands, eagerly set sail under Zane's mystical guidance, ready to face the challenges that lie ahead in their pursuit of the elusive red jewel. Sister-like bonding. Mia, surrounded by the soft glow of candlelight in a small private room, prepares for her bath. The room is adorned with makeshift curtains, offering a modest sense of privacy. A wooden barrel filled with warm water sits in the center, steam rising delicately into the air. As she undresses, Mia's gaze lingers on the turquoise staff propped against the wall. Its intricate carvings catch the flickering light, and the blade atop it emits a subtle glow. With a sigh, she eases herself into the soothing water, the warmth enveloping her. Taking a moment to enjoy the comfort of the bath, Mia reaches for a small bar of soap, its scent mingling with the steam. Her long, flowing midnight purple hair spills over her shoulders as she leans back, letting the water embrace her. With gentle strokes, she begins to wash away the day's journey, the soap forming frothy bubbles that dance on the surface. As her hands navigate through her hair, Mia can't help but be captivated by the staff in the corner. Its enchanting presence seems to weave a tale of its own, a tale entwined with mysteries, adventures, and the promise of power. Mia's fingers absent-mindedly trace patterns in the water, lost in thought as she contemplates the journey that lies ahead. The flickering candlelight casts a warm golden hue on the scene, creating a tranquil ambience within the small room. Mia immerses herself in the solitude, relishing the temporary respite before the challenges of the Southlands unfold. The rhythmic sound of water and the soft glow of the staff create a serene atmosphere, offering a moment of solace in the midst of their daring quest. In the dimly lit quarters, Mia, now clad in a comfortable nightgown, sits on her hammock, her damp hair cascading down her shoulders. With each stroke of the brush, she untangles the strands, the gentle rhythm providing a soothing cadence in the confined space. As Mia indulges in a nightly ritual of hair care, the creaking of the ship harmonizes with the soft whispers of the sea outside. The atmosphere is serene, a sanctuary where the worries of the day dissipate into the rhythmic strokes of the brush. In this tranquil moment, Nerina enters the room, her own nightgown swaying with the subtle movement of the ship. Her long, untamed hair flows freely, an emblem of the untethered life she leads as a pirate. With a warm smile, Nerina approaches Mia, sensing the shared bond in simple gestures. Seating herself beside Mia on the hammock, Nerina extends a gesture of camaraderie, holding out her hand for the brush. The soft glow of the lantern above casts a gentle light, revealing the camaraderie between two souls connected by the unpredictable voyage they've embarked upon. Amidst the gentle strokes of the brush, Nerina's fingers navigate through Mia's hair, creating a soothing rhythm. The bond between them transforms the small room into a haven of shared moments. Nerina, with a concerned tone, asks about the cut on Mia's side. Nerina: "So, Mia, how's that cut holding up for you?" Mia smiles. "It's healing up. It used to sting before, but it's doing fine now." Nerina smirking: "Looks like you've earned yourself a battle scar, my friend. A daily reminder of your adventure on that island today." Mia's eyes reflect a blend of resilience and gratitude for the newfound friendship that has brought them together on this unexpected journey. Mia smiling: "You know, Nerina, I'm really glad we became friends. In a strange way, you're like an older sister to me." Nerina smiling: "Is that so? Well, if that's the case, you're like a younger sister, Mia. It's been quite an adventure, hasn't it?" Mia giggles: "Yeah, it really has. I mean, imagine us playing with dolls, putting on makeup, and doing each other's hair like real sisters." Nerina laughing: "That would be quite a sight. But, I'm glad we have each other on this journey." Mia turns around to face Nerina and playfully remarks, "Maybe we should try it someday. Dolls, makeup, the whole package." Nerina smirking: "I'm up for it. Who knows? We might discover hidden talents in fashion or makeup artistry. Maybe we could go and do all that right now." In a lively montage, Mia and Nerina embark on a journey of bonding aboard the ship. The scene opens with both women sharing shots of rum, the warmth of the alcohol creating an atmosphere of laughter and camaraderie. They move on to more playful activities, indulging in the girlish delight of experimenting with each other's long hair. Mia takes out her pouch of makeup and, with giggles and smiles, they begin transforming each other's faces. Lipstick, eyeshadow, and nail polish become the colorful tools of their laughter-filled creativity. Nerina laughing: "You're really turning this ship into a sailing beauty salon." Mia applying lipstick on Nerina: "A pirate captain with red lips. What a look. The most glamorous pirate captain on the high seas." They both share a joyful laugh, embracing the unexpected and amusing turn of events on the pirate ship. The final act of their bonding moment sees them running around the ship's deck, carefree and uninhibited. The night air echoes with their laughter as they playfully chase each other, the moonlight casting a magical glow on their adventure. The ship becomes a vessel of joy, carrying the echoes of newfound sisterhood through the vast expanse of the open sea. Amidst the merriment and the effects of the rum, Mia loses her balance and tumbles onto Nerina, creating a burst of laughter that echoes through the ship. The two women find themselves on the floor, engulfed in infectious giggles, sharing a moment of sheer joy and camaraderie. The sound of their laughter becomes a symphony of friendship in the midst of the night, echoing through the wooden corridors of the ship. As the echoes of laughter fade into a tranquil moment, Mia and Nerina find themselves lying side by side on the ship's deck. The dim moonlight casts a gentle glow on their faces, and a serene quiet settles around them. Mia, feeling a surge of warmth and affection, leans in and places a tender kiss on Nerina's forehead. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, capturing the essence of their deepening bond. Nerina, her gaze reflecting a mixture of emotions, responds with a warm smile. The unspoken connection between them deepens, weaving a tapestry of friendship and understanding. The ship gently sways with the rhythm of the ocean, cocooning them in a tranquil embrace. As Mia and Nerina continue to lie side by side, their closeness is palpable. The makeup applied during their early girly session still adorns their faces, a visible testament to the lighthearted moments they've shared. The ship sails through the night, carrying the two friends on a journey of camaraderie and sister-like connection that transcends the boundaries of the open sea. An unexpected encounter. As dawn breaks on the horizon, the crew aboard the ship stirs awake to the jarring echoes of cannon fire. The rhythmic thuds resonate through the air, disrupting the tranquility of the early morning. Eyes widen with alertness, and the once serene atmosphere is replaced by a sense of urgency. Mia, Nerina, Zane, and the crew hastily emerge on deck, greeted by the chaotic symphony of cannon blasts reverberating across the open sea. The ship rocks gently with each explosion, prompting the crewmates to scramble into action, navigating the chaos with practiced efficiency. Nerina, with a fierce determination in her eyes, surveys the situation from the helm. The crewmates swiftly hoist the sails and prepare for potential maneuvers, responding to the unexpected threat that has disrupted the peace of their maritime journey. The crew's camaraderie, forged through shared adventures, becomes evident as they work in unison to address the impending danger. Nerina shouting at her crew, "Prepare for impact! Ready the cannons!" Crewmates saluting, "Aye, Captain! Cannons at the ready!" Nerina shouting to Mia, "Secure yourself, Mia. We've got company." Mia looking around frantically. "What's happening? Who's firing at us?" Nerina's sharp gaze pierces through the scope as she identifies the source of the cannon fire. With a hardened expression, she confirms that the assailants are none other than Fernando and his crew, their ship trailing clouds of smoke in the distance. Nerina, "Fernando. Looks like trouble. Brace yourselves." The revelation tightens the resolve in her eyes as she readies herself for the impending confrontation on the open sea. The crewmates, sensing the shift in tension, brace for the coming skirmish, their unity unwavering in the face of this unexpected threat. As Fernando's ship draws closer, the once thunderous cannon fire begins to fade, leaving behind an uneasy calm on the open sea. The cessation of hostilities brings a momentary reprieve, a suspenseful lull before the impending encounter. Nerina's crew, with weapons at the ready, maintain a vigilant stance, prepared for whatever may unfold as Fernando's vessel approaches. The air charges with anticipation, the stillness broken only by the creaking of the ships and the distant calls of seagulls overhead. The tension aboard both vessels tightens, setting the stage for the looming confrontation between these rival forces. Fernando stands on the deck of his ship, a commanding presence with an air of arrogance and ruthlessness. His shirtless form reveals a muscular physique adorned with an olive green sleeveless pirate jacket, gray pants, and sturdy brown boots. Dark blue, medium-length hair frames a face that carries a mustache, adding a touch of intimidation to his countenance. His chest boasts a layer of dark, unruly chest hair, further emphasizing his rugged demeanor. Tattoos, marking tales of past conquests, etch intricate patterns on his skin. The sun casts a shadow over his features, emphasizing the intensity in his eyes as they lock onto Nerina's ship with a menacing smirk. Fernando's sly grin. Well, 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 if it isn't the fearless Captain Nerina, still chasing after our elusive jewel, are you? Nerina confident. You won't lay a finger on it, Fernando. It's not for the likes of you. Fernando smirk. You always were one to dream big, Nerina. But this jewel is my ticket to power. You won't stop me. Nerina gritting her teeth. We'll see about that. My crew and I won't let you take it. Fernando sly grin. Your crew? Ha! They're no match for my men. Step aside, and maybe I'll spare your life. Nerina. I won't let you harm anyone, especially Mia. Fernando smirking. Mia? Oh, my sweet little niece. You've grown up, haven't you? Pity you chose the wrong side. Nerina moving in front of Mia and pointing her sword at Fernando. I won't let you use her or anyone else. This ends now. Fernando drawing his sword. So be it, Captain. The air crackles with tension as swords clash and sparks fly, filling Nerina's ship with the metallic resonance of combat. Nerina, agile and skilled, parries Fernando's strikes with precision. Mia, determined to prove herself, engages in a swift exchange with one of Fernando's crewmen, her movements a combination of defensive maneuvers and daring attacks. Zane, showcasing his own expertise, faces off against multiple adversaries, showcasing his mastery of various combat techniques. The crewmates, loyal to Nerina, fight valiantly, defending their ship against the onslaught. The deck is a chaotic dance of blades, each move calculated, with each strike potentially decisive. Amidst the chaos, the sound of gunshots punctuates the rhythm of the battle as crew members take aim at their adversaries. The salty sea breeze carries the scent of gunpowder, adding an additional layer of intensity to the skirmish. Nerina, with a determined expression, exchanges fierce blows with Fernando, the clashing of their swords resonating with the stakes of the confrontation. The ship becomes a battleground, a theater of conflicting desires and unyielding wills. As the intense battle rages on, the tides turn against Nerina and her crew. Fernando, with a cunning strategy, manages to gain the upper hand. The clash of swords and the exchange of gunfire take a toll on Nerina's crew, with a few falling victim to fatal wounds. The once lively deck of the ship becomes a somber scene as the wounded crewmates fight valiantly, but the odds are stacked against them. Fernando's crew, with a ruthless determination, push forward, exploiting the vulnerabilities in Nerina's defenses. Despite the grim situation, Nerina continues to fight fiercely, her eyes reflecting both resilience and concern for her crew. The ship echoes with the sounds of struggle, mingled with the pained cries of those who have been wounded. The aftermath of the fierce battle leaves Nerina and her crew defeated and at the mercy of Fernando and his victorious crew. With their hands bound, Mia and Nerina sit on the deck floor, their expressions a mix of frustration and defeat. Nerina's crew, similarly restrained, wear somber expressions as they face the consequences of the battle. Fernando, reveling in his triumph, decides to keep Nerina, her crew, and her ship as hostages. The atmosphere is tense as the captives await their fate. Mia and Nerina exchange glances, a silent understanding passing between them. Zane, forced to use his magical abilities, reluctantly reveals the location of the coveted jewel under Fernando's coercion. The crew, once full of spirit and camaraderie, now face the harsh reality of defeat. The two ships set sail under Fernando's control, carrying the defeated crew and their captives toward the ominous Southlands. The journey ahead is uncertain, and the once free-spirited adventurers find themselves in the clutches of a cunning and ruthless adversary. The sails bellow as the ships disappear into the horizon, marking the beginning of an unpredictable and perilous chapter in their lives. Hostages under the starry sky. Under the moonlit sky, the night casts shadows over the captive crew, their hands bound together, symbolizing the cruel fate that has befallen them. Tension and despair fill the air as Mia, overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, begins to sob. The salty tears stream down her face, a stark contrast to the sparkling stars above. Mia teary-eyed. I never thought our adventure would end like this. What's going to happen to us, Nerina? In this vulnerable moment, Nerina, despite the constraints that bind them, leans in to comfort Mia. With a voice as steady as the rocking sea, she speaks words of reassurance, weaving a comforting tapestry in the midst of darkness. Nerina assuring, "Hey, we faced tough situations before, haven't we? We'll find a way out of this. Stay strong, Mia." Mia choked up with tears. "But, Nerina, we're trapped. What if we don't make it out of this? What if he finds that jewel?" Nerina comforting. "We've come this far, haven't we, Mia? We won't let Fernando take everything from us. We'll find a way out of this." Mia, sniffing while leaning into Nerina. "I'm scared, Nerina. I want to go back home." Nerina, warm smile. "And we will, I promise. You know something, Mia? You're braver than you think. You're unlike any princess that I've ever known. Deep down inside you, Mia, is an adventurous princess waiting to break free. I know you'll be the one that helps us save the day and free us from this ruthless monster that is Fernando. We just need to be patient, find the right opportunity to strike, and emerge victorious. We'll get through this together. I promise you that." Mia softly. "Thank you, Nerina. I don't know what I would do without you." Nerina, warm smile. "We're in this together, Mia. Always. I won't let anything bad happen to you or anybody else." Under the moonlit sky, Nerina's words of reassurance create a fragile sense of hope amidst the palpable tension as she scans her crew. The two women and the crew, similarly restrained and sitting on the deck, share a collective glance and exchange knowing looks that speak volumes, silently affirming their determination to resist the impending darkness. Despite the dire circumstances, Nerina manages a subtle nod, an unspoken message of camaraderie, as the crewmates, though physically restrained, display resilience in their gaze, ready to face whatever challenges await them. Mia, with tear-stained cheeks, looks at Nerina with a mixture of gratitude and trust. The bonds that held to become, in that moment, a symbol of unity rather than captivity. Zane, stoic yet defiant, maintains a subtle connection with Nerina, expressing unwavering loyalty. As the creaking of the ship echoes in the silent night, the air is thick with uncertainty. The only certainty was the resolve within their hearts, a spark waiting to ignite against the encroaching darkness. Arrival at the Southlands. After 3 days of tense anticipation, the ship sailed through the mist that shrouds the Southlands, an eerie veil that conceals the secrets and perils that awaits them. The once distant silhouette of the island now looms before them, dark and foreboding, an ominous presence against the ghostly backdrop of the fog. The mist clings to the ships, enveloping them in a damp embrace that sends shivers down the spines of those on board. The air is thick with an otherworldly stillness, broken only by the muffled creaks of the ships navigating through the unseen waters. The crewmates, though bound and defeated, exchange uneasy glances as they prepare for what lies ahead. As Nerina and Fernando's respective ships venture further into the mist, the visibility diminishes, reducing the surroundings to murky shadows and indistinct shapes. The sound of lapping waves against the hull reverberates, adding to the mystique of the journey into the unknown. Zane, still bound but ever vigilant, gazes into the fog with an air of cautious curiosity. The mist seems to hold ancient secrets, a silent witness to the countless tales that unfolds on these enigmatic lands. The ships press on, the vessels navigating a surreal landscape with determination. Mia, seated beside Nerina, feels a mixture of trepidation and fascination. The fog, like a mystical curtain, veils the true nature of the Southlands, building an air of suspense that clings to the ships like a ghostly companion. Nerina, with a stern gaze, seems to sense the weight of the impending challenges, her eyes fixed on the obscured horizon. The crewmates, despite their captive state, strain to catch glimpses of the surroundings through the thick mist. The island, a looming silhouette, gradually unveils itself, revealing jagged cliffs, ominous rock formations, and the skull-shaped peak that dominates the landscape. As the two ships approach and anchor at the shore, the mist begins to thin, allowing a clearer view of the desolate, rugged terrain. The crewmates, bound yet resolute, brace themselves for whatever awaits them beyond the mist, a land of mystery and danger that holds the key to their fate and the elusive red jewel sought by Fernando. Under the oppressive gloom of the Southlands, Fernando, accompanied by 5 of his loyal crewmen, guides Mia, Nerina, and Zane through the desolate terrain in pursuit of the elusive Red Jewel. The jagged rocks, twisted vines, and eerie silence of the island begin to set an unsettling backdrop for their journey. Fernando, fueled by a thirst for power, marches ahead with a determined stride, his eyes fixated on the hidden prize that has eluded him for years. The 5 crewmen, armed and vigilant, flank their captain, creating an imposing presence as they venture deeper into the heart of the mysterious island. Mia, Nerina, and Zane, their hands bound and movements restricted, follow reluctantly. The air is thick with tension as the group presses forward, guided by Fernando's relentless pursuit of the fabled jewel. The landscape, barren and unwelcoming, seems to echo the ominous secrets concealed within the Southlands. Nerina, her eyes scanning their surroundings, maintains a stoic demeanor despite the dire circumstances. Fernando's sinister smirk. Mia, my niece, you were but a baby when I set out on this quest for power. Now fate has brought us together again, but this time, your destiny is intertwined with the very object I've sought for so long. Turning his head to Nerina. And you, my dear pirate, thought you could outwit me? The jewel will recognize its rightful owner, and it won't be in the hands of a rogue like you. As they traverse the rugged terrain, the mist continues to cling to the island, lending an eerie quality to the journey. The skull-shaped mountain looms ahead, a constant reminder of the perilous path they tread. The 5 crewmen, hardened by the life of piracy, navigate the unforgiving landscape with a sense of familiarity. The group approaches the mountain, a skeletal visage casting shadows that dance in the fading light. Fernando, driven by an unrelenting ambition, quickens the pace, determined to reach the heart of the island where the Red Jewel's secrets lay hidden. The air grows colder as they ascend the mountain, and the mist thickens once more, veiling their surroundings in a spectral haze. The crewmen, ever watchful, maintain a perimeter, ensuring that escape will not be an option for their captives. Nerina exchanges a glance with Mia, a silent understanding passing between them. Despite the bonds that hold them captive, a spark of defiance flickers in their eyes, a determination to face whatever challenges awaits in the pursuit of the Red Jewel on this treacherous island. Guided by Fernando, the group reached the entrance of the skull-shaped mountain with an eerie cavity serving as a gateway. The opening resembles an ear, a macabre entrance into the heart of the ominous structure. The mist clings to the edges of the entrance, framing it in an otherworldly glow as they step into the cavernous expanse. The atmosphere inside the mountain is damp and cold, with the echoing sounds of their footsteps reverberating against the walls. The narrow passageway leads them deeper, the dim light barely illuminating the rocky surface surrounding them. The air is laden with a sense of foreboding, and the crew's movements become more cautious as they delve further into the unknown. Mia, Nerina, and Zane, their bound hands serving as a constant reminder of their captivity, navigate the twists and turns alongside the crewmen. The skull-shaped mountain seems to swallow them whole, its dark interior offering little comfort as the flickering light reveals glimpses of the mysterious cavern. As they venture deeper into the mountain's recesses, the air becomes heavier, thick with the scent of ancient stone. The 5 crewmen, guided by Fernando's unwavering determination, press on through the winding passages. The journey through the skull-shaped mountain cavern becomes an odyssey into the heart of darkness, each step taking them further from the known world and closer to the elusive Red Jewel that holds the promise of unimaginable power. Exploring the skull-shaped cave. The 5 crewmen under Fernando's command, their anticipation palpable, lead the captives deeper into the cavern, their eyes alight with greed for the coveted Red Jewel. Fernando himself, driven by a hunger for power, strode forward with a sinister gleam in his eyes, reveling in the imminent prospect of fulfilling his desires. Concurrently, Mia, Nerina, and Zane exchange subtle glances, a silent pact forming between them. Zane's eyes convey a quiet assurance, a promise that, when the opportune moment presents itself, they will seize it and resist the impending clutches of Fernando and his crew. The 5 crewmen, unaware of the quiet rebellion brewing within their midst, press forward, guided by the allure of the Red Jewel. As they advance deeper into the cavern's recesses, the atmosphere thickens with an arcane energy, casting long shadows that dance along the rocky walls. Zane, attuned to the mystical currents of the Southlands, subtly gauges the ebb and flow of the magical energies around them. The moment of escape, like an elusive wisp, hovers just beyond their immediate reach, waiting for the right convergence of circumstances to set their plan into motion. The captives move with feigned compliance, their bound hands concealing the spark of rebellion that flickers in their determined eyes. The cavern, a labyrinth tapestry of mystery, echoes with the footsteps of both captors and captives, each step bringing them closer to the heart of the Southlands, where the destiny of the Red Jewel awaits its unraveling. As they stand on the precipice of the massive hole, the abyss below seems to swallow the feeble light that dares to pierce its depths. The realization hit them. All signs point to the Red Jewel resting beneath, hidden in the enigmatic layers of the cavern. Nerina, Zane, and Mia, their hands finally unbound, are forced to take the lead in the descent. The air becomes dense with an eerie silence, broken only by the distant echoes of their footsteps reverberating through the colossal chasm. Mia hesitates, her fear tangible in the strained expression on her face. The darkness below seems to stretch infinitely, triggering an innate fear of the unknown. Mia hesitantly, I don't know about this. It's so dark, and what if we fall? Nerina placing a reassuring hand on Mia's shoulder. Hey, we got this. Trust me, I've been to scarier places. Just keep close and we'll descend together. Zane nodding. Courage is not the absence of fear, Mia. It's the ability to face it. Take it one step at a time. Mia taking a deep breath. Okay. I can do this. Crewmate. Come on, mates. We haven't got all day. The sooner we get down there, the sooner we find that jewel. Mia muttering. Easy for him to say. Nerina whispering. We'll be fine, Mia. Just focus on the descent. We're all in this together. Mia's soft smile. Okay, Nerina. With a deep breath, she begins her descent, navigating the rocky surface with cautious steps. Nerina and Zane, seasoned in their respective backgrounds, skillfully maneuver the descent. The crewmen, bound by their shared objective, follow suit, each member navigating the treacherous path downward. The air grows colder as they descend further into the heart of the cavern. The dim light above gradually fades, leaving them immersed in the inky blackness that conceals the secrets of the Southlands. The descent, a symphony of whispers and echoes the pulse of anticipation that reverberates through the group. With each passing moment, Mia's fear subsides, replaced by a newfound determination. The descent into the abyss marks not only a physical journey into the depths of the Southlands, but also a symbolic plunge into the unknown, a journey that holds the promise of discovery and danger alike. The Red Jewel. The final stretch of their descent brings them to the bottom of the cavern, a culmination of anticipation and trepidation. The air hangs heavy with a palpable sense of otherworldly power, and the distant glow of the Red Jewel casts an ethereal illumination, beckoning them forward. As they touch solid ground, the 5 crewmen, Fernando, Mia, Nerina, and Zane, find themselves in a cavernous chamber bathed in a crimson radiance. The Red Jewel, perched upon an ornate pedestal, pulses with an otherworldly energy, casting dancing shadows that flicker across the rough-hewn walls. The silence that envelops the chamber is broken only by the soft echoes of their footsteps. The 5 crewmen, awestruck by the mesmerizing glow, exchange furtive glances, their anticipation reaching a crescendo. Fernando, driven by his insatiable thirst for power, moves forward with an outstretched hand. Mia, Nerina, and Zane exchange a silent understanding. Their eyes meet, conspiring in the shared realization that this moment could alter the course of their destinies. The cavern, a realm suspended between mystery and revelation, bears witness to their presence. The Red Jewel, an artifact of untold power, stands as both a beacon and a challenge. As they draw closer, the intensity of the jewel's glow intensifies, casting an enchanting glow upon their faces. Fernando mesmerized. I've waited 2 decades for this moment. The power of the Red Jewel is finally within my grasp. Nerina sarcastically. Impressive patience, Fernando. but you won't be the one claiming it. Mia determined. You won't get your hands on it, Uncle. We won't let you. Fernando smirking. Ah, the spirited ones. It matters not who claims it first. The power will be mine. Zane cautiously. Be mindful, Fernando. Such power comes at a dire cost. Fernando dismissively. Cost, price, consequence, all mere trifles compared to the supremacy the jewel promises. Nerina mocking. You've chased legends, Fernando. Now let's see if you can catch 'em. Fernando grinning. Legends are born of ambition, my dear Nerina, and my ambition will be etched in history. Nerina whispering to Mia and Zane. Alright guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3! Nerina stomps the foot of a crewman behind her, with Mia and Zane following suit. The clash of swords echoes as Nerina, Mia, and Zane, with their weapons returned in hand, engage in a fierce battle with Fernando's crewmen. The red glow of the jewel illuminates the tension in the air. Nerina maneuvers with swift and precise strikes, attempting to keep the crewmates at bay. Mia, fueled by determination, displays newfound agility, her staff twirling and striking with purpose. Zane's magical barriers provide a strategic advantage, momentarily disrupting Fernando's crew and creating openings for the defenders. Fernando, fixated on the red jewel, edges closer, confident his crew will deal with our heroes. The cavern reverberates with a clash of metal, grunts of exertion, and occasional shouts. The crewmates, equally determined to please their captain, press on, their eyes gleaming with a desire to claim the coveted jewel. Nerina shouting, Mia, Zane, we need to hold him off. Protect the jewel. As the battle unfolds, the fate of the red jewel hangs in the balance, and the cavern becomes a chaotic battleground where alliances are tested, and the pursuit of power takes center stage. Meanwhile, on Nerina's ship, the tension rises as Nerina's crewmen, still held hostage by Fernando's crew, seize a moment of opportunity. One savvy crew member, armed only with a shark-tooth necklace, skillfully chips away at the ropes binding his hands. As he gains freedom, he discreetly aids his fellow pirates, swiftly working to release them from their constraints. The commotion does not go unnoticed by Fernando's crew. Sensing a rebellion, they draw their swords, their eyes narrowing with determination. The clash between the two crews intensifies, echoing across the ship. The metallic clang of swords colliding harmonizes with the sounds of the ship creaking beneath them. Nerina's crew fights valiantly, fueled by a desire for freedom and the hope of reuniting with their captain. Despite the odds, they skillfully parry the attacks of their adversaries, creating a chaotic dance of blades on the ship's deck. The ship becomes a battleground, each swing of their swords resonating with defiance. Nerina's pirates fight for their autonomy, their camaraderie evident in their synchronized efforts to overpower Fernando's crew. The final clash. As Mia, Nerina, and Zane successfully fend off Fernando's crew, injuring them greatly, a triumphant air envelops them momentarily. Their eyes lock onto Fernando, who, undeterred, inches closer to the glowing red jewel. A hushed tension fills the cavern as he places his hands upon the coveted artifact. The moment Fernando's hands make contact with the jewel, a surge of energy courses through him. The cavern is bathed in an eerie red glow as the power of the jewel intertwines with Fernando's being. His stance becomes more formidable, with a crimson aura enveloping him, signifying the newfound strength coursing through his veins. The trio exchange wary glances, realizing the perilous transformation taking place before them. The atmosphere becomes charged with an otherworldly force, hinting at the incredible power now under Fernando's control. Fernando, empowered by the ancient jewel, stands as a formidable adversary, the intensity of his gaze fixed upon his opponents. The cavern echoes with a subtle hum, resonating with the energy emanating from the jewel. The trio brace themselves for the impending confrontation, fully aware that the dynamics of the battle have shifted with Fernando's newfound abilities. Fernando, grinning with newfound power. Ah, finally! The red jewel's power courses through my veins. None can stand against me now. Nerina with determination. You may have the power, but we have something stronger. the will to protect this world from your greed and lust for power. Mia resolute. You won't use that power for harm. We'll stop you. Zane calmly. True strength comes from the heart, not from an artifact. Fernando mocking. Ha! You're fools if you think you can challenge me. Witness the might of the Red Jewel. Fernando, empowered by the Red Jewel, moves with unmatched speed and strength. The clash of swords reverberates through the cavern, creating an intense and chaotic atmosphere. Zane fights valiantly, but Fernando swiftly overpowers him, delivering a vicious blow to his stomach. Mia watches in horror as Zane staggers backward, wounded. Nerina, too, falls victim to Fernando's might. He seizes her by the throat, lifting her effortlessly into the air. With a forceful motion, he hurls her against the cavern wall, the impact causing a sharp cry of pain from Nerina. She crumbles to the ground, clutching her injured back. Now, Mia stands alone against her powerful and ruthless uncle. Fernando smirking. Ha! You're all so weak. The Red Jewel grants me strength beyond imagination. Mia angry and determined. You won't get away with hurting my friends. Fernando laughing evilly. Your friends are weak, my young niece. You should join my crew, and we can rule the sea together as uncle and niece, and we can both be unstoppable forces. Mia determined. I would never join the likes of you. Nerina and Zane are more like family to me than you ever will be. What you are, Fernando, is a monster, and I don't side myself with monsters. Fernando disappointed. So that's how it's going to be then. Drawing his sword. Well then, it looks to me like you have chosen your fate. Mia, with uncertainty etching on her face, grips her staff tightly, bracing herself for the inevitable clash that will determine the fate of the Red Jewel and the lives of those she cares about. The red glow from the jewel intensifies, casting an ominous light on the unfolding confrontation. The clash of weapons echoes through the cavern as Mia and Fernando engage in a fierce battle. Mia, fueled by the combat training Nerina imparted to her, demonstrates agility and finesse. With swift movements, she parries Fernando's strikes, utilizing the acrobatic techniques she's learned. Mia's eyes reflect determination as she gracefully leaps over her uncle, avoiding his attacks with calculated precision. In contrast, Fernando relies on sheer brute strength, swinging his sword with forceful strikes aiming at overpowering his niece. The cavern becomes a battleground of contrasting styles, Mia's nimbleness against Fernando's relentless power. As they clash, the red glow from the jewel intensifies, casting an eerie light on the combatants. Each clash of weapons resonates with a mix of determination and desperation. Mia, drawing upon the lessons learned from Nerina, fights to protect her newfound friends in the coveted Red Jewel, while Fernando seeks to solidify his dominance and control over its mystical power. The tension in the cavern rises with every swing and parry, the outcome hanging in the balance. Fernando's relentless assault takes its toll on Mia as he gains the upper hand in their intense duel. His aggressive strikes land on Mia's staff with formidable force, causing her to stagger under the impact. Despite her skillful maneuvers, Fernando's sheer strength begins to overpower her. With each clash, Mia sustains cuts from his sword, the sharp blade leaving marks on her arms and legs. The cavern echoes with the sounds of their struggle, the intensity of the fight escalating. Mia, determined and resilient, fights through the pain, attempting to hold her ground against her powerful adversary. Fernando, fueled by the newfound strength granted by the jewel, presses on, his attacks becoming more ferocious. As she stumbles to the ground, weakened and battered, Fernando's maniacal laughter reverberates through the cavern. The once cunning and power-hungry pirate has now been consumed by the overwhelming influence of the jewel. His laughter echoes with a sinister tone, signaling a transformation that goes beyond the physical. The red glow from the jewel intensifies, casting an eerie light on Fernando's distorted figure. The power coursing through him has twisted his demeanor, turning him into a menacing force detached from reason and humanity. His eyes, once calculating, now gleam with an unnatural fervor, reflecting the depths of the jewel's corrupting influence. Mia on the cavern floor struggles to rise, her vision blurred by pain and fatigue. The stakes are higher than ever as she faces a transformed and malevolent foe. The cavern, shrouded in an unsettling ambience, becomes the battleground for a confrontation that transcends mere physical combat. The clash of wills in the struggle for control over the jewel reach a critical juncture, with Mia fighting not only for her survival, but for the safety of those she holds dear. Mia gritting her teeth in pain. "You've let the power consume you, Uncle. This isn't who you are." Fernando smirking eerily. "I've let the power consume me? Ha! Mia, you're naive if you think you understand. This jewel grants me what I've always deserved and desired." Mia clutching her sword with tears. "Please, Fernando. This isn't what Mom and Dad would have wanted. We need to stop this madness." Fernando's sinister smirk. "Madness? No, you're wrong, Mia. This is the destiny I've chosen. The destiny I've always dreamed of. The power, the control, it's all mine." Nerina wincing from her injuries. "Mia, don't let him win. You're stronger than this. I believe in you." Zane holding his wounded stomach. "Do not give up, Mia. Finish it. Do this for all of us." Nerina reassuring smile while wincing in pain. "Mia, listen to me. You've come a long way. Learned so much in such a short time. This fight, it's not just about the jewel. It's about proving who you are. You have the strength within you to overcome this. Don't let anyone, especially him, take that from you. Show him what you're made of. Show him who you truly are." With a determined nod to Nerina and Zane, Mia grits her teeth, pushing herself up from the ground. Her eyes, fueled by a newfound strength, lock onto Fernando. Despite the pain coursing through her body, she grips her staff tighter, ready to face the monstrous version of her uncle. Every ounce of resolve within her fuels the determination to finish what they started. The air is charged with anticipation as Mia prepares to finish this final clash. Fernando smirking evilly. "You might as well give up, Mia. Look at you. You're weak. Weak like your friends, weak like your parents have been and always will be." Mia gritting her teeth with determination. "You're wrong, Fernando. My resolve has never been stronger. I will do what I need to do to protect my friends and those I love, and I will not let you take any of that away from me." Mia, fueled by newfound determination, resumes her clash with her uncle. Every swing of her staff is charged with determination, as if her very will is carving a path through adversity. Despite the relentless strikes from Fernando, Mia's agility and skill start to gain the upper hand. She moves with a grace that defies the pain, countering its blows with a resilience that echoes her indomitable spirit. The atmosphere crackles with intensity as Mia pushes forward, determined to overcome the darkness that looms over this fateful encounter. Concurrently, in the midst of the chaos on Nerina's ship, the clashes of swords continue. The once tumultuous battle starts to sway in favor of Nerina's crew. Slowly but surely, the combined strength and resilience of her pirates begin to overwhelm Fernando's. Swords clash and the deck echoes with the sounds of metal meeting metal. Despite the odds, Nerina's crew fights valiantly, each pirate showcasing their skills acquired through countless adventures on the high seas. The tide turns, and Fernando's crew, battered and outnumbered, begin to surrender. The once fierce adversaries now acknowledge defeat, their weapons lowering in submission. As the dust settles, the victory is evident, and the crewmates of Nerina's ship stand victorious, having defended their vessel against the onslaught of their adversaries. The ship, once a battleground, now bears the scars of the fierce struggle that took place upon its deck. With unyielding determination, Mia overcomes the overpowering strength of her uncle. She skillfully maneuvers her staff, creating an opening to disarm Fernando and send the red jewel tumbling from his grasp. Coincidentally, the jewel lands near Nerina, who watches with anticipation. Seeing an opportunity to put an end to the chaos, Mia swiftly reaches the jewel and positions her staff with the glowing green blade. The atmosphere is tense as Mia, fueled by her resolve to protect her friends, stabs the jewel with precision. The blade pierces through the gem, causing it to shatter and release a burst of energy. The power that once consumed Fernando dissipates, leaving him weakened and defeated. Mia, with the destroyed jewel in hand, stands victorious over her defeated uncle, his quest for power thwarted, and the once intense struggle for the red jewel coming to a decisive end. The Southlands, once a battleground, now witness a triumph of courage and determination over the allure of power. Fernando, angry in disbelief. No! You foolish girl! You ruined everything! Despite Fernando's angry glare, he is incapacitated and weakened by the loss of the jewel's power. Mia, now confident in her triumph, addresses him, declaring an end to his relentless pursuit of power. Mia staring down at him. Your quest for power is over, Fernando. Now you will pay for your consequences. The defeated and powerless Fernando can do nothing but seethe in frustration, his ambition shattered. After her victorious declaration, she rushes over to Nerina and Zane's aid. Mia, worry etching on her face. Nerina, Zane, are you both okay? Nerina, weak smile. Don't worry about me, Mia. I've been through worse. I'll be fine. You know, for a princess, you're not half bad. Zane praising. You showed incredible bravery there, Mia. The staff chose the right person, and you have proven your worth once again. The trio, battered and bruised, share a heartfelt group hug, their embrace reflecting the bonds forged through the trials of their journey. The dim light of the cavern highlights their wary yet triumphant expressions, and in that moment, the weight of the adventure seems to lift, replaced by a sense of camaraderie and accomplishment. The echoes of their victory resonate in the quiet cavern as they hold on to each other, finding strength and solace in the unity they've discovered amidst the chaos. In a dimly lit cavern, the trio share a momentary, silent exchange of glances, raising the question of what to do about their defeated adversary. Meanwhile, Fernando, still weakened and puzzled, observes their deliberation with a lingering air of defiance. The fate of their fallen adversary hangs in the balance, a decision that must be made. Departure of the Southlands. The group emerges from the cavern's entrance into the subdued light outside. Fernando, defeated, is escorted with bound hands, his once arrogant demeanor replaced by a sullen resignation. The cheers of Nerina's crew fills the air as they witness the return of their captain and her companions, a triumphant moment after the intense struggles within the cavern. Meanwhile, Fernando's crew kneels on the shore, their defeat evident, hands bound and hopes shattered. Nerina's crew rushes over with concern etched on their faces, their worry palpable in the air. As they gather around Mia, Nerina, and Zane, questions about their well-being fill the space. Crewmate concerned. Captain, are you all okay? Nerina, assuring smirk. It was a tough fight, but we'll manage. Couldn't do it without Mia. She's the reason we made it out of there in one piece. Crewmate 2, eyes widening. You, princess? You're the one that defeated Fernando? Mia smiling. I did. It wasn't an easy fight, but I managed to overcome it despite the odds. We took care of the jewel too. Crewmate 2, looking at the jewel, then at Mia. You are unlike any princess we've ever known. Thank you, princess. We owe you our lives. Mia smiling. No need to thank me. Thank your captain. If it wasn't for her or her training, none of this would have been possible. Nerina, with a tender smile on her face, walks over to Mia, her steps filled with gratitude. She embraces Mia in a warm and heartfelt hug, expressing her deep appreciation for Mia's bravery and victory. The two share a moment of silent understanding and camaraderie. The crew and Zane stand witness to the poignant moment between Mia and Nerina, recognizing the strength of their friendship and the unity that helped them overcome formidable challenges. Nerina breaking from the hug and addressing her crew. Our journey is not over yet, mates. I have a promise to fulfill. Let's get our friend Mia back home to her kingdom. The crew, in their victorious cheer, swiftly moves with purpose, preparing their ship for the journey. Sails are hoisted, Ropes are secured, and the crew diligently check the ship's various components. Mia, Nerina, and Zane observe the bustling activity with gratitude for the camaraderie that has developed among them. As the ship is ready to set sail, a sense of anticipation fills the air. The crew take their positions, ready to navigate the open sea. The creaking of the ship and the fluttering of sails echo as the vessel begins its journey, leaving the Southlands and its troubles behind. Fernando's crew and ship become distant specks on the horizon, overshadowed by the vastness of the sea. Nerina's ship gracefully glides through the water, carrying its passengers on a voyage back to the familiar shores of the Aria Kingdom. Mia stands by the railing, her gaze fixed on the receding Southlands. She can't help but feel a mix of emotions: relief, gratitude, and a newfound sense of camaraderie with Nerina and her crew. The crew share smiles, knowing they have overcome challenges together and forged bonds that will endure the trials of the sea. Going home. Nerina's ship cuts through the azure waters, leaving behind foamy trails in its wake. The sails billow with a steady breeze, propelling the ship forward with a graceful dance of canvas and wind. The sun hangs in the sky, casting a golden hue across the vast expanse of the ocean. As the ship glides over the waves, the rhythmic sounds of the sea, gentle splashes against the hull, the distant call of seagulls, and the occasional creaking of the ship compose a soothing melody. The crew moves with practiced efficiency, adjusting sails and keeping a keen eye on the horizon. Nerina stands at the helm, her hand firm on the wheel, guiding the ship with an experienced touch. Her eyes scan the sea, with a determined expression gracing her face. Mia, still recovering from the recent events, observes the crew's seamless operation of the ship. The ship becomes a floating sanctuary, carrying the trio, Mia, Nerina, and Zane, across the boundless ocean. The journey unfolds with a sense of purpose, bringing them closer to the kingdom Mia calls home, with each passing wave marking a step toward the familiar shores. A few days pass. As Nerina's ship approaches Zane's island, a sense of solemnity hangs in the air. The island, a tranquil paradise bathed in the soft hues of dawn with the lush foliage and towering cliffs, welcomes them with a serene beauty. The crew maneuvers the ship gracefully, expertly dropping anchor near the shore. Zane, clad in his magical attire, stands on the deck with a quiet dignity. Mia and Nerina join him, facing the island that has been his home. With a deep bow, Zane expresses his gratitude to Nerina and her crew for their companionship and assistance. The crew reciprocates with a respectful bow, acknowledging the bond forged during their shared journey. Mia and Nerina follow suit, bowing to Zane as a gesture of appreciation for his guidance and magical support. The moment carries a weight of camaraderie and understanding, a recognition of the individual paths each must tread. Zane, his hand in a fist on his chest. Thank you, Nerina, for allowing me to join you on this journey. Your crew has been most welcoming. Nerina smiling. It was our pleasure, Zane. We couldn't have done it without you or your magic. Mia bowing down. Zane, your guidance and support meant a lot to us. We're grateful for your help. Zane nods. Mia, you carry a remarkable spirit. Remember, the path to your destiny is still unfolding. Embrace it. Mia smiling. I will, Zane. Thank you again. Hopefully we see you again in the future. Zane waving. I'm sure our paths will cross again. Safe travels, my friends, and good luck on your respective journeys. As the crew bids farewell to Zane, the ship's sails catch the breeze once more. Zane watches from the shore, a solitary figure against the backdrop of his island home. The ship, with Mia, Nerina, and the crew aboard, set sail once again, leaving behind Zane's island as they continue their voyage toward the Aria Kingdom. Arrival at the Aria Kingdom. The desert kingdom looms on the horizon as Nerina's ship gracefully navigates through the waters, nearing the bustling docks. The sails flap in the gentle breeze as the crew skillfully maneuvers, aligning the vessel with the designated berth. The ship eases into the dock, ropes expertly thrown and secured by the crew, ensuring a seamless arrival. As the ship gently comes to a halt, the crew swiftly begins the process of securing it in place. The creaking sounds of the ship settling mix with the distant calls of seagulls, creating a harmonious melody announcing their arrival. The desert sun casts a warm glow, illuminating the sand-colored buildings and the lively marketplaces of the kingdom. Mia and Nerina descend from the ship, the wooden gangplank connecting the vessel to the solid ground of the Desert Kingdom's docks. The kingdom's bustling activity surrounds them, but their focus remains on the path leading to the palace. Meanwhile, Fernando, still bound and subdued, is met by the stern faces of the kingdom's authorities. The gravity of his actions weighs heavily, and he is led away from the ship towards the awaiting consequences of his deeds. The crowd watches with a mix of curiosity and disdain as justice begins to unfold before them. Mia and Nerina, hand in hand, move forward, determined to share the news of the princess's triumphant return with Mia's parents and bringing a long-awaited peace to the kingdom. Amidst the bustling activity of the kingdom, they share exchanging glances filled with warmth and understanding. Their smiles convey a silent acknowledgement of the bond forged through the trials and triumphs during their adventurous journey. As they walk side by side, their steps synchronized, the journey to the palace becomes a testament to the enduring friendship between a princess and a pirate. The sun casts a golden hue upon them, symbolizing the hope that has returned with their safe arrival. In Mia's chambers, her parents sit on her queen-size bed, a scene of quiet despair unfolding. Mia's mother, her eyes filled with tears, buries her face in her husband's shoulder, her body trembling with emotion. His strong arms wrap around her, providing a sense of solace and security in the face of overwhelming sadness. As she sobs softly, her husband's hands move in soothing circles on her back, a gesture of comfort and reassurance. With each gentle stroke, he silently communicates his unwavering support and love, offering a sense of strength in their moment of vulnerability. Queen, teary-eyed, "Where could she be? It's been days since she left." King, comforting, "We have to believe she's safe, darling. She's a strong girl, just like her mother." Queen, sobbing, "But what if something happened to her? What if she's hurt?" King, assuring, "We have to stay positive. She'll come back to us. I know she will." Queen, sniffing, "I just can't bear the thought of losing her." King, gazing at her eyes, "I know, honey. I know. We won't lose her, okay? She's our daughter, and she's out there somewhere, waiting to come home." The room is filled with a heavy silence, broken only by the sound of soft sniffles and the occasional murmur of consolation. In this tender moment of shared grief, Mia's parents find solace in each other's presence, drawing strength from their bond as they navigate the storm of emotions together. Mia's footsteps echo softly in the hallway as she approaches her bedroom. The door stands slightly ajar, allowing a silver of light to spill out into the dimly lit corridor. As she pushes the door open, a mix of relief and apprehension washes over her. Inside the room, her parents are seated on her queen-size bed, locked in a tender embrace. Her mother's tear-streaked face is seen buried in her father's shoulder, seeking solace in his comforting presence. His hands are gently rubbing her back in a soothing rhythm, offering silent reassurance in the midst of their shared anxiety. Mia stands in the doorway, her heart swelling with emotion at the sight of her parents, safe and sound. Despite the cuts and bruises marring her skin, a warm smile graces her lips as she silently observes the intimate moment unfolding before her. She hesitates for a moment, unsure whether to interrupt their embrace or quietly slip away. But then, driven by a deep longing to reunite with her family, she takes a tentative step forward, the floorboards creaking softly beneath her feet. Her presence goes unnoticed for a few moments as her parents remain lost in their own world of shared emotion. Mia, speaking softly with a smile, "Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad." They lift their heads, their eyes widening in disbelief and joy at the sight of their daughter standing before them. King gasps, "Mia?" Queen, sobbing, "Oh, Mia, our baby girl." Tears well up in Mia's eyes as she takes another step closer, her heart overflowing with love and relief. Her parents rise from the bed, their arms stretching out in a silent invitation for her to join them. With a sense of overwhelming gratitude washing over her, Mia crosses the room in a few swift strides, closing the distance between them. And then, with tears streaming down their faces, they envelop each other in a warm, heartfelt embrace, their bond stronger than ever before. Queen embracing Mia tightly with tears. "We were so worried about you, sweetheart. Where have you been?" Noticing Mia's cuts. "Oh my gosh, Mia, what happened to you? Are you okay, sweetheart?" Mia smiling through tears. "Mom, I'm okay. I just went on a little adventure with someone who means a lot to me." "I'm so sorry, Mom and Dad. I should have said something before I left the kingdom, but I was afraid of how you two were going to react." King, placing a hand on her shoulder. "It's okay, Mia. You can explain everything later. We're just glad you made it back home safe and sound, and that's what matters the most right now." Mia parting away from the embrace. "Mom, Dad, there's someone I want you to meet. Someone who's very special to me." Queen. "Oh? Who is it, sweetheart?" Mia smiling. "You'll see." Turning her head. "Nerina, you can come in now." Nerina steps into the room with confidence, her pirate attire catching the eye of Mia's parents. Despite their initial surprise, they can't help but notice the strength and determination radiating from her. With each step, the soft sway of her garments adds to her mysterious allure. Her attire, a bikini adorned with intricate designs, reveals a few of her scars and tattoos, a testament to her adventurous spirit in the battles she's faced. The shimmering fabric accentuates her figure, highlighting the strength in her stance. As she approaches Mia's parents, Nerina's eyes meet theirs with a mixture of respect and warmth. Though her appearance may be unconventional, there's an undeniable sense of sincerity in her demeanor. With a welcoming smile, she extends her hand in greeting, ready to introduce herself to Mia's family and share in the joy of their reunion. Nerina, with a confident smile. "Greetings, Your Majesties. I'm Nerina, Captain of the Scarlet Serpent. I've had the pleasure of accompanying your daughter on quite the adventure." Queen smirking. "Quite the unconventional attire you have there, Captain, tattoos and all." Nerina grinning. "Yes, Your Majesty. I wear my tails on my skin. Plus, my attire helps get me around with my agility. Hopefully it's not bothersome." Queen assuring smile. "It's not, Nerina. It's what makes you, you. It's what makes you unique." King chuckling. "You appear to be a pirate unlike any other, both in tales and in person. I extend my gratitude to you, Nerina, for bringing our daughter back home safely." Nerina bowing. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I appreciate the gratitude very much." Pauses, then stands proudly. "Your Majesties, allow me to share my admiration for Princess Mia. In the vast ocean of life, I've encountered many souls, but Mia's spirit shines like a rare jewel. She's not just a princess, she's a beacon of courage, resilience, and genuine kindness. Mia faced the challenges of the open sea with unwavering determination. In the face of danger, she stood firm, proving her strength not just as a royal, but as a remarkable individual. Her laughter echoed through the waves, and her tears told stories of growth and bravery. I've witnessed her compassion, whether it be sharing a simple meal or contemplating the beauty of the vast ocean. Her heart, noble and true, embraces the diversity of the world beyond the palace walls. Mia has not only become a dear friend, but a source of inspiration, a testament to the uncharted possibilities that lie beyond the horizons. Your daughter, Your Majesties, is a jewel in her own right, casting her light on all who have the privilege of knowing her." Moved by Nerina's heartfelt words, Mia's eyes glisten with tears as she rushes forward, her heart overflowing with emotion. With a trembling voice, she whispers a heartfelt thank you before enveloping Nerina in a tight embrace, her arms wrapping around her dear friend with a fierce sense of gratitude and affection. Mia teary-eyed. Thank you, Nerina, for everything. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Nerina smirking with tears. And I'm grateful to have you too, little sister. We've certainly had our fair share of adventure, haven't we? Mia smiling through tears. More than I ever thought possible, but I wouldn't change a thing. Nerina. Neither would I, Mia. Neither would I. You're like family to me now. Mia smiling tearfully. And you are to me as well, big sister. I love you, Nerina. Nerina smiling tearfully as well. And I love you too. Ending. In that tender moment, the weight of their shared experiences, trials, and triumphs washes over them, binding them together in an unbreakable bond of friendship and mutual respect. Mia continues to hold on to Nerina tightly, her tears mingling with a sense of overwhelming gratitude for the pirate who has become like family to her. As the embrace between them continues to linger, the room fills with a sense of warmth and gratitude encapsulating the journey they've shared. Mia's parents, overcome with emotion, witnessed the bond between their daughter and the unconventional pirate who stood by her side through thick and thin. Outside the palace, the sun cast a golden hue over the kingdom, signaling the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Nerina's ship, anchored at the docks, serves as a reminder of the adventures they've had and the friendships forged along the way. With Fernando apprehended and justice served, peace returns to the kingdom. Mia's bravery and resilience become legendary, inspiring tales of courage for generations to come. As the day draws to a close, Mia and Nerina stand side by side the balcony, gazing out at the horizon, knowing that their paths may diverge, but their bond will endure. With hearts full of memories and hopes for the future, they embrace the unknown, ready to face whatever adventures lie ahead, fueled by the spirit of adventure and the power of friendship. And that concludes Mia's Odyssey. What do you guys think about the story? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Ryan the Bomb out.